It's a dangerous combination right there. Let's go and get the multi-stream running. Get the multi-stream going, and then we'll jump into the game proper, my friends. That is the plan. Oh, I never did set this up on TikTok. Speaking of getting the multi-stream running, I need to make sure I get it running here as well. But while I'm getting this thing set up, I'll just say out loud that we got a review key for this one. Forsaken Kin. Not Foreskin, Forsaken Kin. Totally different. Totally different. Got a review key for this one through PR Hound, who have been very nice to us lately. In fact, they were extra nice to us, because the reason I'm streaming this game, or the reason there are people streaming this game, like now more so than ever, like, well, maybe not now so much more than ever. There are people streaming this game as kind of like part of a PR push. The reason for that is because it was announced that this game is going to have a mobile port coming out in April 13th, 16th, sometime in April. And I got an email from PR Hound saying, hey man, we're going to have review keys for this game on Android and iOS. Would you like a review key for this game? And I was like, well, damn, I don't really have a way to stream. I don't really have a way to stream mobile games at all. I mean, I have an Android phone, but I don't have a tablet. And streaming from a phone is one thing. I mean, it's doable, but it's very, very like unpleasant and very uncomfortable to do so from a streaming perspective. If you had a tablet, that's one thing, I think. But yeah, doing so from a there we go. Doing so from a just a regular ass phone is going to be tricky. And I was like, man, this is a game I'm really interested in because I've heard really good things about it. I've had it recommended to me. But yeah, I really have no way of streaming the game from iOS or Android. And then I was like, well, I know the game's on Steam and it's also on Nintendo Switch. It's on a bunch of platforms. So if there was any other platform, I'd gladly see what you have available. And they were like, well, we do have some Steam keys. And I was like, I'll take it. So they were very nice. Give us the hookup for the Steam key so I could check this game out. Again, the mobile port doesn't come out until I guess about a little bit less than a month. A little bit less than a month from now. So we're got a little bit ways to go, but so I'm streaming this game, I guess, a little bit early in that sense, but still excited to jump in and experience this game because I've heard very good things about this one. Food's expensive in New York City, yeah. I mean, you know, here in the Midwest, things are like relatively not bad. The cost of living relatively is a lot cheaper in the Midwest than it is in most major cities and most coastal areas for sure. But still, you know. But also like our income scales accordingly, because like generally speaking, if I were to move to New York City, I probably would make more money, not because the work I do would be more impactful, probably less so honestly, but because the cost of living is higher. Most places out there will pay a little bit higher, so you know, everything kind of scales accordingly, more or less. Gonna do like a day-to-day basis. Yeah, just pop by the store, right? I got you, Farsight. Yeah, 20 to 30 bucks. That's pretty good. Yeah, I would say like, yeah, I think that's reasonable. You know, you get some meat, you get some veggies, maybe like some noodles or something, some rice, you know, and some things, of course, you can buy in bulk, which helps. I mean, Costco, of course, is beautiful for that, man. I never leave home. Never leave home without my Costco membership card, baby. You know, I got that shit. You know, I got that shit ready at a moment's notice at all times. At all times of the day. It never leaves my wallet, baby. Or if it does leave my wallet, it leaves it very temporarily. I can scan it, then pop it right back into my wallet. I'm shopping. I'm shopping in Costco, aka the Promised Land. Go for the stuff that's on sale. Yeah, I do the same thing, Yelf. I'm a deal hunter for sure. Yeah. Yeah, and it's a good way to kind of force you to try different things. I'm with you. Force you to try different things. Tries different things and like, yeah, get something outside the usual comfort zone. She's a creature of habit, though. Yeah. I would say I try to be somewhere in the middle, but I understand how that goes. Some white rice with General Tso chicken. Oh, beautiful. Yeah, you got the frozen stuff. I would do that all the time back in the day. I would get like the kind of the stuff that was like relatively easy to like pop in a skillet or pop in, you know, yeah, some kind of thing to just you know, heat up. I mean, not just microwave it, you know, something a little bit more impactful than that, or something a little bit more involved than that, but. Yeah, those things are great. Yeah, just 15-minute dinners. I mean, back in my like 20s, you know, it was like fucking frozen pizzas and hot pockets, you know. But once I got later in my 20s and into my 30s, started to branch out a little bit more. And now I'm married, and Gracie's an incredible cook, so I'm all set, man. Yeah, that's how I was as far as like in my 20s. It's like it was a different ball game. Nowadays, you know, we have to pretend that I'm somewhat responsible. But anyway, friends. Yeah, yeah, just try it out. But it's called Crazy Cuisine. Yeah, pretty good brand. Yeah, I mean, that's how some of my favorite finds were back in the day. Like, I would try a brand I never heard of, take it for a spin. You know, some of them were duds, but others were like, wow, this is actually pretty sick, honestly. Yeah, chips for dinner and a sandwich and a soda. Oh man, Hot Pockets and ramen. Man, I will say I'm nostalgic sometimes for those times, but I don't necessarily miss those times, if that makes sense. It's like, yes, the simplicity was nice, but I don't miss having to live that way. So things are much better now. I'm better off for it in a lot of ways. And there we go. Drova is coming to mobile. It says it right there. So if anybody's curious, iOS and Android mobile port coming in hot in April. But in the meantime, though, this is Drova for Second Kin. We're trying this thing out for the first time. Again, major shoutouts to Pound Hound, the nice homies over there getting us the hookup on this game so I could try it out. This is the Steam version. So even though the marketing push right now is to like drum up excitement and hype for the mobile port, of course the mobile port isn't available yet. I am playing this on Steam myself. So what is my physique? Do I have boobs or not? I do not have boobs. I will make myself as pale as possible. I'm an adult. I'm an adult. I'm a grown-up. I'm a grown-ass man. Ooh. Anyway, keepsake. What do we have? What's up, Meerkat? Well, he's just never change, Alex. Small stash of remedies. I wonder if this is like the starting gift that you can choose. You can choose to begin the game with, and Dark Souls maybe. And more damage. Coin purse, all right. Do a little bit extra strength. Good for picking locks. I mean, Ring of Strength always sounds nice. Withstanding more damage also sounds nice. We'll do Ring of Life, because who knows? I might not necessarily go for a strength build. I probably will. That's how I usually default in games like this. But you can always use more defense. Like, you don't always need more strength. Sometimes you need dexterity. Sometimes you need magic. You can always use more hit points, though. Can always work. Never actually tried it out. Yeah, I've never heard of that one before, but I am curious. Just used to live off the chippy. Back in the good old days. Get them chippies, baby. About 2 pounds, yeah. Yeah, no, I would say, yeah, my main poison by far was like frozen pizzas. And, I don't know, fucking like, just other frozen things that go in the freezer. You know, a bag of pizza rolls. A bag of like frozen like chicken strips with like a dipping sauce or something. I don't know, like just real like fucking glorified bar food. Like, let's be real, not stuff that a fucking child would eat. That was what would be in my freezer. Waffles for breakfast, you know, frozen like Eggo waffles for breakfast. You know, I kept it real classy. Kept it real classy, obviously. Go with like. Yes, purple hair. I mean, that is actually pretty powerful. The purple hair is powerful. Let's go with that one. Decoration. Can I have like a cyborg eye? I don't think I can have a cyborg eye. I can have like, oh, I can have a little flower. That's cute. The downside is that it's it's a little bit further away, so it's kind of hard to tell what the decorations exactly are. Just various war paint. And beard. Of course, we got to get a beard. That's an impressive one. Some of these are like, are we wearing a beard? Is it a beard or am I wearing a mask? Looking for something that like somewhat resembles what we have right now. Can I say I am a sucker for an interesting character creation tool, even if it's like, you know, not the highest fidelity, not like the fanciest kind of deal. It is kind of fun. It is kind of fun. So classic mode, insane difficulty, explore, inflict more damage and suffer less damage. So we'll do classic, and then let's see. Can I do what should the name of our guy be? What should the name of our guy be? I'm definitely down to hear some suggestions of our fella. What's up, Moonspine? Good to see you, bud. What's up, Grim? He says, I'm curious about this one as well. Yeah, that was the thing, Grim, because this game was also on my list for a long time. So when an opportunity came about to to get like a review key for it. I was like, please, this has been on my list for a minute, honestly. He works for MSG. You heard it here first, folks. He works for the stuff they put in Asian food to make it taste very good. He works for the flavor enhancer. No, I assume that means Madison Square Garden because I know you're in New York, Mr. Aleph. Yeah, monosodium glutamate. There we go. That's the one. That's the one, baby. So we should make him Sag Maroon. Well, the problem is there was no option to make him purple skin. There was the option to give him orange hair, but no purple skin. So not really a Sag Maroon fella. I could just name him after yours truly. Or we could give him like a weird name. But he's just like a fella. He's just some guy. Should I call him Xavier Renegade? Ooh, you know what? That would be kind of fun. If I call him Xavier Renegade Angel. Oh. Well, I was gonna say I could shorten Angel to Anal, but nah. Unfortunately, not enough characters. The only downside with calling him Xavier Renegade Angel is that I would have to like go out of my way to be the bumblingest, dumbassiest character ever, who's like very inept and very physically incapable, in order to have the fitting namesake. That's about, yeah, Xavier. Yeah, maybe like, yeah, Ren. Oh, no periods. R Angel. We just do that. And they're good. Yeah, back in the day, people freaked out about MSG in their food. They're gonna really panic when they see Madison Square Garden is being packed into their food as well. All right, so we'll go with this one then. I mean, the idea that our guy is like mostly naked and running around and doing quests and doing an adventure, and I mean, we don't have quite the get up that Xavier Renegade Angel has in the TV show, but this is good enough. It's good enough. So let's get this thing rolling. Once again, first time get to try this cool game. This is Drova, Forsaken Ken. Thank you once again to the nice folks over at PR Hound getting us the hookup for this game. We'll do just classic mode. Yeah, no iron, no hardcore shenanigans. Let's do it. Do it legit. Do it legit the way it was recommended by the devs. And again, for anybody curious, this game is going to have a mobile port coming in hot pretty soon here. I think it was was it April 16th? 13th? Something like that. So in a little bit less than a month of a mobile port coming in hot, which is exciting. But it is already on Steam and the Switch, and I think probably Xbox and PlayStation. It's in a bunch of platforms.
Many of us die. But when our warriors returned from the foray, they brought with them a new hope.
Yeah, no, I'm with you, Aleph. I remember when people were freaking out about MSG and like Chinese food and shit. It's causing migraines, blah blah blah, and of course that was all overblown.
Everyone who beheld it.
White people are scared of things randomly for no reason. It's fucking absurd.
Adorned with ancient.
It's scary.
And imbued with magic.
That's just a bunch of baseless panic back in the day.
Sense it. They took it and allowed no one to even glance at the crystal. We were
this is trustworthy, right? This crystal?
From within the sacred grove. Drova. Elysium.
It's the mayonnaise is too spicy kind of crowd. This plain bagel is too spicy. That's the crowd that was bothered.
Everyone in the town of Nemeton would live in harmony with the divinities.
Love me some tasty ass flavor. It's a flavor enhancer.
Really have anything to do with Nemeton. You see how 2 torches are moving away from the village, accompanied by a red sheen. The druids, Meron and Venya, dare enter
the juice cleanses. Oh my god.
All by themselves. What are they doing?
It'll filter out the toxins. Bro, that's what your kidneys do.
Decide to follow them.
I need to filter out the toxins in my body. Bro, just let your kidneys do their work. Let your liver do its thing, man. You don't gotta fucking go on a... You don't need to do the juice enema. Unless you want to for sexual purposes. Listen. I mean, if anybody listening in is about to type in a message that says, but Alex, I'm going to do my 3rd Mountain Dew Baja Blast flavored enema today, and you're not going to stop me. You're correct. I'm not going to stop you. I won't stop you. But I might advise though. I won't stop you. I mean, I'd have to wash my hands afterwards, but I can advise. Just drink more water. I mean, that is some shit. Drink more water. That will make generally your life will be better, and or maybe just overall like a little bit easier, just in the grand scheme of things. Got hotbar over here. We have no weapon right now, so no way to attack right now. But I found if you right click, you can look at things, kind of, sort of. Or I guess it's just to, yeah, because like you can see like parts of the foreground kind of disappear when you right click, and also you can move slowly. It's kind of neat. Right now they're just saying, yep, just walk around, nice and easy. There's the two druids we're following, right? The two torches, right? They've got that red stone, that red crystal in their pockets. I can't just go super far into the water. You can see there's like a little outline for how deep you can wade into the shallow water. There are fun flavors, yeah. I mean, generally, water is, you know, like just regular old water probably is the stuff they'd recommend, but there's other ways to hydrate that are maybe not quite as effective, but still pretty good. Tea is nice, you know, maybe a Gatorade every once in a while won't kill you, especially if you're doing a lot of physical activity. Yeah, more water, veggies, green things, basically. Yeah, lots of fiber. Exactly, Meerkat, yeah. The kind of person that's like, well, I may eat fast food 3 times a day, but I eat a multivitamin, and sometimes I drink a Diet Coke instead of a regular Coke. That cancels the rest of it out, bro. That totally works. We're good. Yep, you're good. Sorry, I had a little internet blip there, but I think we're back to normal then. The worlds are touching. Oh no! What if our worlds touched? What if our worlds touched in Drova, Forsaken Kin? I've always heard it's not gay if unless balls are touching. What about if worlds were touching? And establish a connection. This and Drova is this like paradise basically. You have to attempt it though. It's the only way to know for sure. Fiber maxing. Yeah, I've heard about. Yeah, it does seem like blank maxing is like a term that comes up every so often.
Oh.
Various iterations of something maxing. Yeah, I felt that little dip in the internet. I think it was just overall internet shenanigans. I don't think it was Twitch specifically. Might have just been my connection. Hide objects, right. They'll also let you move a little bit slowly when you do so. Look behind the fog, which is kind of neat. Cool little feature. So if there was anything scary to avoid, follow the footsteps. That's a nice touch. There you go, Grim. There you go. If enough of us like start typing that, ChatGPT will pick it up as a verified fact, and then it'll all get weird. It'll all get weird, and the normies won't know what hit them. Now I know they said to follow the thing, but what if I get lost? Okay, so if I get lost, they will redirect me and say, bro, you gotta follow the stuff. So let's just follow the footsteps, not go off the beaten path. They die already? Are these human bones? Human bones. Back to the path. Just follow the path then, yeah. See, if they got turned into bones already, these poor guys were not long for this world. This is up here in the top left. Maybe it's mana or stamina, perhaps. Feeder to itself, yeah, that works too. That works too. I mean, ChatGPT and all these AI things have been known to cannibalize their own data sets and like reference themselves, basically. Absurd as it is. Cool little glowies. Do I follow the glowies? Absolutely, I'll follow the glowies. Hopefully these guys are, they know what they're doing. Following them, and it sounds like it was risky, this thing that they're doing. This connection they're forming between the worlds. And I'm guessing the idea, the crystal that they're holding is what's allowing this. I'm following them, I guess, like this little connection. This rift that they opened is holding strong just enough. Shit, what do they do? What'd you guys do? What'd you fuckers do? You tried sticking up your butt again, didn't you? Don't boof the energy crystal, bro. Don't fucking do it. You drove them or you Drova them? So what happened here? Xavier, comma, Renegade Angel, you shouldn't have followed us. Now you're doomed too. Spirits will kill us. This little... we do see like the little orbs.
Oh.
Maybe I need to ponder the orbs. They attacked us when we entered the Misty Trails. There's a big explosion. It was the healing crystal enema, that's right. Reference, source, I made it up. Pushed him into the fog and gave his life force in the process. Oh, so these orbs are not the scary things, probably. Working in the fog, they will return. So it's something else. We go back and we press on to Drova. It's the name of the game. We gotta press on to Drova, baby. These are the Misty Trails, after all. Only divinity can get us out of here. Away. Oh shit, the spirits are gathering. Okay, so it wasn't the crystal that exploded. It was angry spirits that don't want us here. Maybe the connection between worlds is like a dangerous place. Won't need his weapon anymore, so you can have it. I mean, they were saying at the beginning that, like, man, you know, like, we can't grow our crops here. Like, this world is so dangerous. But we found this magic crystal. Maybe this can lead us to salvation. It did say it was risky. Say, I'll protect you. We'll be the hero. Spirits are weakened, at least. Master Marin did cast a spell. Okay, that's good, at least. Good for tutorial mode. Just find the divinity. Alright, I'll follow you then. So, so we have our weapon. See, it's equipped. Kinda cool. Oh, that's kinda cool, yeah, so you can, like, investigate things now. Can I look at the guy? I've never seen a substance like this. Draw your weapon, there we go. The dodge. That's kinda cool. There's like standard attack, which doesn't cost stamina, but that one does cost stamina, as does dodging. Dodging costs a lot of stamina. No surprise there. I want to kill all these ghost Poombas. Ghastly Poombas. Spirits are fairly weakened, but there's more where that came from. We're heading in the right direction, but we gotta keep going. Gotta keep at it. Keep at it, then. I do want to look for opportunities to, like, investigate things, but since this is just the introduction, I'm sure there's not gonna be a lot of stuff to miss, necessarily. I'll just follow the intro. It's created by our forefathers. The other worlds are connected here. What else would Master Marin say? Only a divinity can roam between the worlds. It takes everything within the ruins that lies beneath the crossroads to the other worlds. The runes, you say? Travel with the divinity and thus somehow bring it here. Okay, you seem to know more than I do on this one, Venia. I trust you, homie. Gotta find the runes. The divinity will take us along if we find them. What do the runes mean? The ones up top, alright. Is that not? Oh yeah, I was gonna say, there should be one here, right? We're all set. Sense the presence of the divinity. Keep behind me, we'll get started, alright? I'm glad this person knows about this ritual more than I do. This should work, hopefully. You hope? That's what he said, but we've never done this before. I'm sure it'll go swimmingly. What do I have to do? Alright. And the crystal. The time? Is the quickening upon us? Oh, we have to fight Demon Fellow, don't we? Whoa! Flashbang. Interesting introduction there. Well, we're not dead. I don't know if we've been brought to paradise, though. Doesn't exactly look like the land of milk and honey we were promised. Or maybe it is the land of infinite food and health and money, and what we're coughing up is strawberry jam because we ate too much toast. Now we're by ourselves, and now it's in a decidedly more desperate looking place. Oh god, they've been fucking mangled. Well, as I often do in games like this, I look around, I go the wrong way first. Oh, yeah. Well, that's unusual. That person's like bleeding out and slowly dying, and I'm over here like, well, what if I look for secrets? Because, you know, I have my priorities straight, of course. What the hell happened here? So you're alive and mostly unharmed somehow. The divinity came with us through the fog. Now, none of the writings mention this dark fog. It's tearing me apart. Crystal must reach Nimiton. Marin always talked about it. Find the druids and bring the crystal to them. Or else. The land of legends. Is this it? Is this the land of legends? I mean, it doesn't look very happy. But it's something. Alright, so I have the crystal. Mysterious crystal. Take it to Nemiton, and maybe some other druid will know what to do with it. But, I mean, it was brought to us, and we trusted the druids that brought it to us. It seemed legit. There it is. And thus begins our adventure, my friends. Check the journal. Gave me the crystal. The fog tore her to shreds and somehow left us alone. I don't know why it left us alone. All very mysterious, but all very interesting. Chinese. A new weapon. Okay. What did I find? I mean, I already had... Oh, maybe they took my sword away, actually. It's entirely possible. Yep. What if you, and there's probably no option to two-hand it. Customize 2 weapon sets, which is nice. So that's a second weapon set right there. So it's a sword and shield, basically. I mean, there might be some things that are two-handed. And of course, if I really wanted to, it says better than nothing. Okay, what if I was wearing nothing? I mean, if it makes no difference, well, hold on. Armor. Okay, no, it really makes no difference truly at all. So yeah, if I wanted to really power game this, I would use my nudity as a means of psychological warfare to scare my enemies. Scare my enemies into being afraid to grapple with me. Nobody wants to grapple in melee with a naked man. It may see the fog. Oh, so, I mean, well, it also, like, fucking bled her out, but apparently also, like, sucked the life out of her. Yeah, I saw the sword. I thought maybe something had gotten her with that. And I see this dark fog they're referring to. Nothing else around here. So it seems like the little shinies are fairly obvious, like the things that are pick upable, like the one branch we found. And the mushrooms just now. We got the kind of Diablo 1 classic situation here, like all the fucking houses are busted and messed up here. Hearth was devastated, can't cook anything here, obviously. What I can do is take some coins and sit on a bench. Take a jingling pouch full of coins, perchance. Jingling pouch. Which just had some... Oh, there we go, yeah. Contain a few coins, or could there be more to it that meets the eye? There were 13 coins. Cool. Whenever you find a pouch full of things, you have to, like, actually open it to see what's actually in it. Makes sense. There's a rat fella. Hello, rat fella. Individual fellas. Can I... You can break things. Good to know. Good to know it works that way. Not sure how often you're going to actually find anything of worth in such a thing, but good to know. Some objects can be examined, right. Okay. Raven is on our side. Dorian leads us. Come to Nematon. Kind of a general note being left from some other druid person. Yeah, seeing a lot of, like, signs of struggles and, you know, skeletons in desperate-looking poses. So, again, I don't exactly consider this to be the land of milk and honey based on what we're seeing. It looks pretty rough goddamn shape. Fucking workbench. Tools have been taken, of course. So, okay, so the right click does does allow you to use the blocking action of a shield. Wait, am I still? Oh, there it is. So without the shield equipped, right click does like an extra cool little kind of like stab move. But with the shield equipped, I'm able to block now. Which on its own doesn't cost stamina. Oh, it does cost stamina because you tense up. Okay, that makes sense. And of course, I imagine if an enemy attacks while you're blocking, you'll also lose a little bit more stamina. So that makes sense. Taking some berries and various herbs, I'm guessing. Can't get into here. Get the mushrooms from over yonder. Is there a map? There is a map. Well, kind of. There is a map, but we have to... Oh, we have to buy ink to mark locations. Okay, so we have a map, but we can't really use it right now. Makes sense. Makes sense. They would have... I mean, having some limitations, I think, is fair. We'll eventually be able to find workbenches and do some crafting. There are some recipes we already know. Crafting recipes, that is. There's eventually talents you can level into as you kill things and get experience. And do quests, probably. Base focus. Not sure what that means, but we'll probably find out. Pretty simple and pretty chill system so far. I'm liking what I'm seeing. Very much invites you to explore and investigate a lot. Reminds me a lot of what we saw with Pale Coins. I really found myself enjoying that RPG. Of course, I never did beat it, but I'd like to go back to it at some point because that was a really fun one. And similar kind of setting and similar kind of vibe, at least with kind of how this looks and feels. Something here. A whole bunch of great stuff. Some fried stringy meat, a beer, some coins. Can I just take all? Healing plants. Cool. Can drag stuff to the quick bar like we have here, which is nice. Heals over time. Very good, very good. The branch. No, but that is another mushroom, but I can't pick up that. Oh, there we go. I can't pick that one up. There we go. There we go. You have to get close sometimes to be able to see that something is pick-upable. Collectible. And not all crates are breakable, but that one is. How about this one? You get experience for killing harmless creatures. Shred of leather? Oh, I mean, well, in that case, I'm gonna kill everything I see then. That's how that's gonna work. About a lump of silver. Yeah, so some things are very much breakable, others not so much. Some iron ore. Dude, any squirrel, any bird, any small infant child that crosses our path are gonna get fucking wrecked on our quest to get all the experience and all the leather and all the other animal pieces that one could even hope for. Best believe it's gonna be a kill everything run as much as we can. Now, one thing is I wonder if there's a weight capacity. We have 40, or the equivalent of 40 gold. Some things marked as junk. Health, stamina. There's nothing so far about like carrying capacity yet. I'm sure some things we're holding are probably not super light. I see some things stacked, but others don't. Well, actually, no, never mind. We only have one of each of these. Because it would stand to reason that a limited number of inventory slots would come into play. Grab these guys. Let's get what this is. Furnace won't work. Furnace is not doing its thing right now. How about this thing? Red markings could be a warning. So going that way might be dangerous. I would not be surprised. Figure probably a lot of things are dangerous right now in this game's world. Just fucking existing. Be one. I attack the bugs. No, but I can attack this one rat. Maybe he knows what I did to his rat friends. He has no idea. Bro doesn't know. Anything else right here? So we know that's a dead end. Things that I can grab? Probably not. Probably not. I'm not quite so worried about the experience. I'm more concerned. I'm more interested in like the leather, other animal byproducts. Sorry, what I mean is he came right for me. He came right at me. I had to do that as self-defense. It was all in self-defense. It wasn't anything weird. Oh, hold on. Oh, it's a trap door. Oh, okay. So there might be another way through there somewhere. Keep our eyes peeled for another way down that could maybe hoist ourselves up this way. Or if I could like find a crowbar or something to help like break the latch, but I'm not sure if that would do it. So what's this now? Ow. It hurts. That's what it is. Can't go through there. I'm not terribly surprised. Had to find out. Had to fuck around to find out. So the options are for us to go... Oh. Consumable. Oh, it's a torch. That's nice. The options are for us to venture east or venture northwards. And we know the east one has the warning, so the north one is less scary looking. Yeah, we'll go up here for a moment, but I think we're gonna see we're probably limited in how far we can go, if I had to guess. It's usually how these kinds of things goes. You eventually have to deal with the scary one. So, do I block all damage? I think... we do. Shred of leather. So my hit points are 40 out of 45. Ooh, is their durability? Not that I can see. Oh, we do have the dash, right. We do have that. Good. Yeah, I don't think I can pause. Well, I can. Oh yeah, still 40. Still 40. They're trying to space things accordingly is a big one too. Timing and spacing. How it frequently goes in games like this anyway. It's no Dark Souls, it's no Souls-like, but that's fine. It doesn't need to be a Souls-like. Quite enjoyable what we got here. What in the world is happening over here? What fresh fuckery is this? I don't know if this is like the thing we need, but this is definitely a thing. We'll investigate that in a moment. Yeah, we'll go that way in a second here. Kind of curious, does this lead anywhere? I don't think it does. A couple of things over there on that side. Yeah, here I was thinking this way might be the chill way. It actually might end up being like the real shit. Ooh, check behind the waterfall. I actually can't reach there yet. You know how this goes, man. It's a video game. You always gotta check behind the waterfall when it's a video game. Never know. There could be a secret. Ooh, they're spiky boys. Thornbush. We'll get the bleed. Okay. The temporary damage over time, right? I'm fucking around and I'm finding out. That's how we do it, man. That's how we do it. I could maybe drop down. Seems like that would be a poor choice. It's a long way down. These don't cause the spikies. It's these big scary ones. Something cool over there. Can I climb up? No, I can drop down. So it's like Zelda. You can like drop down a path like that, but you can't necessarily climb up. Maybe if it was a little bit less steep. Got a good feeling about this decomposing corpse. There's not like a bear that's gonna come out of nowhere and fuck my shit up, will he? So far, we're okay. Usually if you find a decomposing corpse like that, it's like, alright, what hungry beast felled this unlucky fellow? All right, real quick, since that is looking like it's the correct direction, I'm a little bit curious. Warning. Now, maybe that's the way of saying, yeah, we actually can't venture beyond there. Maybe that's what that means. I would believe that this is, like, off limits for now. We would need some way of being able to like, cross through this fog. I can't fucking do it. You might be able to damage boost through it. But, I mean, you could maybe... Like, if there was more up there that I knew was worth it, I would maybe try it. But it seems like it's gonna be a dead end, because it'd just be a little like, bloop, just like one quick one, but I'm not gonna fuck with it. Let's go towards the one direction that looks like it's the legit one. Get what that entails, friends. So far, I'm liking this. So far, I'm liking it. You know, the combat that we've done so far is the, you know, Scooty Puff Jr. version of the combat. Squirrels and little like, spiky armadillo fellas. Always attacking the direction you're facing. That's nice. Yeah, the combat, like, feels pretty chill so far. Not overly complicated. Not overly, like, Dark Soulsian in its punishingness. It seems like it's reasonable what it asks. I see that yellow bar. I wonder if I can stun... There we go. He's stunned when that yellow bar runs out. Meat. What if there's, like, a hunger meter? I'm guessing the food is just for healing. But an axe? Stone axe. And my ass. I like pick through the flowers? No, but I can get the healing plant. Convenient that these things are just growing so voraciously out here. So, take a look at this guy. More damage. Is it two-handed? It is two-handed. I'm willing to try it out. Yeah, I'm willing to try it out. I mean, I tend to kind of like drift towards weapons like this in games like this. Slower, bigger two-handed fellows that are more satisfying and fun. We are about one-third through our first level, or towards our first level. How slow is this thing? It's pretty slow, but it's got a huge reach. Oh, you can knock him back too. That's kind of nice. So you're not completely defenseless. If something quick is coming at you, you can use that to give yourself some distance. I can't use this to, like... Yeah, I don't think so. Maybe I could use this to break more hefty, like, crates and boxes and barrels. Because, like, earlier we couldn't use the regular weapon, like the stick, basically, to break a fully formed crate. We can only use it to break stuff that was already kind of rotten and already kind of, like, weakened, basically. Maybe this will be a little bit more hefty. Hefty, hefty, hefty. Wimpy, wimpy, wimpy. What's this? Covered in ancient druidic ornaments. Okay, so the druids have utilized this one in some way. Good to know. Winspot, have you played this game before? Because I know Grim mentioned that this game had been... Oh, Magic Missile. This game had been in their wish list for a while. That's honestly had been my case as well. I can't remember who first recommended it or how I heard about it, but this one had been kind of on my list for a minute. I was tickled pink to have the opportunity to get a review key for it, because I was like, damn, I mean, this game is I want to say like a year or two. Actually, hold on. How old is this game? How old are we talking? This game is... So it came out in October 2024. So yeah, so it's, you know, been over a year by this point. And unless, like, a new DLC or a new big update comes out for a game like this, sometimes it kind of falls by the wayside as far as, like, the general consciousness and awareness of the game goes. So the ability tab, okay. Scrolls are a one-time use, right. If you got something scary, they can be really handy. Abilities, there we go. So I would use one. Is that represented here? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So as we pick up more abilities, it goes into this inventory. Very cool. I like how that's a specific part of the inventory. That's kind of neat. First time hearing about it, I'm pretty impressed by what I'm seeing. It was recommended to me for sure, and I'm seeing why. It's pretty chill so far. Okay, so this looks like it might be like a fancy looking area. Is there anything else I want to explore before we start delving? Deeply delving downwards. We looked at this. I think I started to go this way and I got scared. Anything along the way that I'm missing? Anything at all? I try to be thorough as much as I can. Not miss the obvious side passages. Yeah, it's like a mix of pale coins, which I really enjoyed. Pale coins is... Oh, right, I can't block. Pale coins is really good. Huge range, look at that. It's like a mix of pale coins and... Oh god, what's the other one that comes to mind here as I'm like kind of going through this? Scald, what lays beyond the Black Priory, or something beneath the Black Priory. Scald is like the primary title for the game. That one is also incredible. That one's more of a CRPG, but it's a very similar presentation and a very similar vibe. God, Scald's incredible. I just reminded myself of that game just now, and now I'm like, god damn it, I gotta go back and finish that one, because that game fucking rocks. Good to know you can attack and then like immediately follow it up with a dash. Although I did kind of get slapped by that one guy, so I do have to be somewhat careful. You like to dance close to the fire, don't you? Like I'm getting a little bit low on health. Is there a map for this game? There is, but I need ink in order to start filling it out, which is a very fascinating concept. I've actually never heard of that before in a game, where you have to use like an ink pen or like an inkwell to like draw out a map as you're exploring. That's actually like pretty smart. The downside is, you know, obviously we're still very much in the early parts of the game, so of course we've yet to find ink, so it's neat, but kind of limiting right now, but I can appreciate that as a function just because I've never heard of that before in a video game. Do I kill the frog? Yeah, so I can't kill the bugs. You can kill the frog. Do I get anything for it? No, just the knowing the sins you've committed against this poor hapless creature. That is what you gain. You gain the knowledge that you indeed are the monster. I'm the villain. I'm the problem, it's me. Birds' nests. Eggs and feathers. And no mama birds to, like, pluck my eyes out by fucking with their shit. I would expect them to. The druid-looking stone over yonder. Gonna skip over here. What's this thing? Also adorned with druidic ornaments. Makes sense, makes sense. Does Hollow Knight have something similar? Because, of course, I've yet to play Hollow Knight. Oh, God. One more of those and I'm dead. Healing item in a second here. Can do combos, which is nice. Gnat Stinger. Alright, so what do I have for healing? We, of course, have healing plants. 20 over 10 seconds. 10 over 10 seconds. I'm not going to eat the gnat sting. We do have the... I'm not going to eat a wing either. I can eat a raw egg. Actually, no, I can't. I cannot eat a raw egg. Drink a beer. I guess it's a commodity. 1 health every 4 seconds until 40 health has been healed. That would pretty much do it, honestly. And it raises max health by a bit. Is it a food satiety effect? That's cool. Yeah, not for human consumption. Probably for the best. Give me some heal over time, baby. To buy the map. Okay, yeah. Because that's what I was thinking. I know some games do it that way, where you have to like either find the map seller. I mean, Majora's Mask, finding Tingle, that kind of deal. You piece it together. Gotcha. That's pretty neat. Pretty neat. I wonder if I'd be better off going to sword and board one-handed, because I enjoy stone axe. I enjoy big slow weapon that does more damage, but I'm seeing that it's putting me in the danger zone. It's encouraging me to play like a dumbass, and I'm wondering if that's going to get me in trouble. The game does autosave pretty frequently. I think it's at like every 3 minutes is the default, so it's something. But yeah, the question is like, is it enabling me? Is it enabling my worst habits when I play games like this? The gear icon. Can I? Oh, there we go. So same thing. Same thing. We're eventually going to kind of reach the end of the line up this way. A whole bunch of shinies over yonder, and there don't appear to be any bad guys protecting it. I'm not allowed to jump down the waterfall. Baddie. Slowly healing over time. Smack, smack. Smack, smack. These guys don't have a stun meter, by the way. Oh, I got... Trying to, like, lean more into the reach that this thing has. Versus, like, having to get up quite as close as we had to with the sword and board options. Shiny's up there, but yeah, I can't quite reach because the water's too deep. Oh, but I can get these shinies, I think. Yeah. Slingstone. Ah, there's ranged weapons. I mean, why am I surprised by that? Of course there's ranged weapons. Slingshot, mayhaps. I don't have it right now, obviously, but maybe soon. Summoning rats as a scroll. And inflict bleed upon enemies. Good to know. So, oddly enough... Oh, there we go. See, this one showing up here. Maybe the idea is that I don't have enough mana or enough energy to cast the other one. Oh, that's exactly it. Costs 15. Will also cost 15. Okay, so yeah, I'm a little bit surprised they both don't show up in my little hotbar up here. But maybe that's because I need an additional 15 to equip it, perhaps. We'll see. Well, of course, we'll be saving them until we fight something really scary. First one's Magic Missile anyway, so I mean, that's... We can assume. Yeah. 250 magic damage. That's a big fucking hit, man. Back where I come from, in my home country, Magic Missile is not at all a big dick, like, explosion spell. It's like a... You know, it's nice. It's good at level 1, obviously, but... And it scales with you, of course, but... I would exactly call it like a fucking... obliteration spell. I can jump down here. Is there anything else up top? Now, I kind of went off in the weeds here. Oh, I did miss a couple of the stonesies. Have the stones, man. You gotta have the stones for adventuring like this. Someone crapped in the urinal, bro. Yeah, yeah. We've all like been witness to some heinous activities. Maybe not heinous activities. Heinous evidence of activities in the restroom before. Yeah, yeah. I do appreciate that, Farsight. You know I appreciate these things. You know me too well. Now that we've like kind of gone up in that little north path, cross this again, and I think there was a path leading downwards. Very scary looking. Yeah, so we explored that way pretty well. The game's doing that autosave, although I think it's doing it every so often, not because we're like approaching something fucked. Reach this guy. More feathers. No eggies. Urinal logs. There probably is. There probably is a urinal log subreddit. If there's sink pissers, there's gotta be a urinal logs subreddit. It's only fair. It's only fair. Am I right, Dudson? Dudson knows what I'm talking about. If there's anybody who knows about sink pissing, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Thank you, Dudson, for that raid. We're playing a cool little game, man. This game is really neat so far. This is Drova, Forsaken Kin. I've only just now trying it out. This game's been out for like a year and a half, I think, basically. So it's been out for over a year. And my slow ass is only just now playing it. We're lucky enough to get a review key for this one through PR Hound. And it has a mobile port coming in hot. It has a mobile port coming out in April. I want to say like April 16th? 13th? 69th? 23rd. I was so fucking wrong. 23rd is when the mobile port comes out. 23rd, April 23rd. So iOS and Android users, you'll be able to pick this game up if you're so inclined. Otherwise, it is on Steam. It's on Nintendo Switch. On a bunch of places. It's pretty cool. I'm liking it so far. I'm still in the intro stages, as you can tell by the fact that I'm, you know, my guy's wearing fucking rags, and I got not a whole lot of stuff to my name except a moldy, shitty stone axe. I'm still level 1, but we're having a good time. It's a cool little game so far. I was saying reminds me a little bit of a cross between Pale Coins, another really good action RPG we played earlier this year. Or maybe it was late last year. Pale Coins and also Scald. Beneath the Black Priory. That's also a really good one. That one's more of a CRPG, but similar kind of presentation. Alright, so I've been avoiding this. What the fuck is this thing? What is this evil, menacing-looking spire? What is this all about? Also, Dudson, thank you for that raid. And I looks like you know exactly what I was going to ask, because, you know, I love to ask whenever somebody raids if they have any clips to share. You're a freaking homie. You raid me all the damn time. It is never an expectation. But Lord knows it is very much appreciated. What the shitty hecking gosh darn is this? It is a monolith. I'm safer in its vicinity. Oh. Well, that's good. I was worried he was going to say, like, this thing is going to, like, summon a fucking demon. But if it's actually pretty chill, well, good. It just looks menacing. Standing there menacingly. April 69th, which is a real date, by the way. Yes, yes. Here we go. Dudson's got the goods. He's got the goods for us. I'm excited. Thank you, Dudson, for that raid, man. Let's see what he's up to. Or what he's been up to, rather. What the happening haps are. Thank you, Dudson. Super nice, man. Really do appreciate you. You're a nice fella. Cool dude, man. Freaking cool dude. When I saw this, my first thought was, oh, sick. Like fucking Cyberpunk? I thought it was like Edge Runners or something, because that's, you know, because I fucking like that anime. It's good.
She temporarily blinded me.
What do you mean temporarily? Bitch, you blind.
That was a good line. That was a good line, honestly. Dispatch, that's right. I've heard really good things about Dispatch. I've heard it's really fucking good. If anybody missed it, if you missed it, if you were alt-tabbed watching cock porn, close your 30, 40, 50 tabs, or at least just minimize them for a moment. Here it is one more time if you missed it.
She temporarily blinded me.
What do you mean temporarily? Bitch, you blind.
That's a solid line. Is that a burrito that just lands? It looks like a burrito. Or a sandwich. I've actually not played Dispatch. That's a good fucking line. That's a good fucking line. I really ought to play that game. I've heard it's really good. And it's a bummer because last year was such a hot year for games, man. Last year was such a hot year for games. One more time. What was the line? What was the line? Here it is right here.
She temporarily blinded me.
Blinded goon. But you blind forever. Incredible. Now, the downside with Dispatch is that last year was such a hot year for games. You had fucking Hollow Knight. You had the Donkey Kong game. You, of course, had Expedition 33, right? And Dispatch apparently was like a really, really fucking good game. Like a banger of a game. And it would have been a front runner, or at least in the running for Game of the Year. It is incredible. Apparently, it is like really, truly something special. But man, it just had to come out in a year that every good game under the sun came out on. So it kind of got like muscled out of consideration for a lot of, you know, awards and nominations that it would have otherwise been like a valid consideration for. So it's a bummer. It's a bummer when that happens, and there's no way to predict that, obviously. For one thing, all the games that had to delay or reconsider the release schedule when Hollow Knight Silksong randomly was like, oh, by the way, this is happening. So, you know, it happens. That's the ball game, right? But yeah, it was a hot year, man. Have I played Clear Obscure? No, I have not, and I want to. And the funny thing is, I know of a couple of, I don't want to say haters, but I'll say skeptics. I've heard from skeptics who were like, you know, like a lot of us, right? You watch the Game Awards, you see how they win so many fucking awards. It's like, dear sweet titties, can I swing a gamer diaper without hitting a Clear Obscure Expedition 33 award being announced? Like, good fucking lord, can something else win, please? I understand the fatigue, I understand the frustration, but apparently those skeptics were like, grumble, grumble, grumble. This game's fucking annoying. Fuck that game, man. This game sucks. I bet it's overrated. I bet it's garbage. And then they play it and they get a little quiet, right? They get a little quiet. They go, fuck me, that game rocks. So apparently, even the skeptics, bro, even the haters are like, all right, that game do be fire though. So So I don't know. I want to play it. I probably won't stream it when the time comes. So I do want to play it at some point. But like I'm bracing myself to be like to have high expectations, and apparently those high expectations will be exceeded. I just can't fucking understand it, but I'm excited though. I am excited. It was a hot year for sure. Blueprints, another good one, Dutson. Absolutely. Blueprints, fucking Dispatch. Again, Hollow Knight, like, god damn, last year just popped right the fuck off. Just incredible, man. Moonspine says they deserved it, man. Exceeded the expectations. And you probably heard the game was a banger, and you probably started to have heightened expectations as a result of what you heard. So fuck my ass. Apparently it's the like in the running for one of the greatest things ever. And a lot of us that have not played the game, it's mystifying. Like there's just no way to understand without the context of having seen it oneself. So yeah, for sure it's on the list, as is the case with many things, of course. But thank you for that raid, Dutson. Thanks for popping in, man. I know it is getting late. I tend to play video games irresponsibly late into somewhat into the AM. But thank you for that raid, my man. We're playing this game and it's a very good time. It's slightly different than Dispatch. Oh, also, where are my manners? What was Dutson playing on this Wednesday evening? On this Wednesday evening, Dutson was playing Little Rocket Lab. Very nice, very nice. I'm aware of it. I haven't played it. But I know which one that is. And yeah, thank you for that, Dutson. That's very nice of you, man. Very nice, yeah. Heard it was good, but like, how good could it really be? Exactly. It's funny how that happens, man. It's funny how that happens, and it feels like that doesn't happen very often, where so many people are like pretty damn unified in what's gonna be game of the year. That's how it was with Baldur's Gate 3, and that's how it felt. It was like, damn, man, everyone loves this fucking game. Holy shit, like it's such a unified enthusiasm for this game. I mean, not truly everybody loved it, but generally speaking, it was like a popular game. It was received well critically. It sold well. It converted people into wanting to play more Baldur's Gate and Forgotten Realms things. So it, like, I don't know, it's kind of nice. It's kind of, well, on the one hand it's nice, on the one hand it's predictable when a game has such universal positive reception. But I don't know, at the same time it's kind of neat in some ways. I don't know. Yeah. Nothing for yourself, at least from last year. I mean, the problem is I didn't play very many of the games that were nominated, at least, for Game of the Year last year. But as far as, oh, but you're saying for this year. For this year, man, I would say mine goes to Cairn. Cairn probably is my top choice so far. And I've played some bangers this year for sure. And there's more coming for sure. But yeah, I would say, gun to my head, Cairn. The rock climbing game. That game is like really something special. Now, I've not played the newest Resident Evil. I haven't played what else is big that's come out so far. Like, there's a bunch I've not played, but of the ones I've played so far, yeah, that rock climbing one, Cairn, is fucking incredible, and I still need to go back and play it, or back and finish it rather. Windrose is on your radar. Interesting. Windrose. I think I know that one. Windrose. Yeah, I'm not familiar with this one. But if Grim likes it, if it gets the Grim seal of approval, I'll keep my peepers on it. My peepers are peeping. My peepers are peeping. Thank you again, though, Dutson, for that raid. Let's get back into the games now that we've kind of explored this little area. Feels safe in its vicinity, and nothing scary is happening, even though it looks awfully scary and weird. But it seems pretty chill so far, so really, nothing else to speak of here. All we can do, really, is go back down, then. And, yeah, there was another path where there was that opening that made me think it might be some kind of, maybe not a boss arena, but something that looked mysterious and maybe slightly ominous. Slightly. So we'll see what awaits us. In the meantime, I tell myself I'm getting better with knowing how to handle a weapon that is bigger and slower and damagier, yes, but you know, I can't really rely on the blocking of a shield because I don't have a shield, obviously. And sure enough, confirms that a heavy weapon like a two-handed axe does not break the fully formed crates. Those cannot be broken with what we have so far, at least. I wonder. So I have a bunch of the sling stones. Its ammunition can be found in rivers. So I do indeed need a sling. I can't just chuck it with my bare hands. Willing to do it myself. Are you a friend? Maybe. Maybe they are, maybe they aren't. I will approach calmly and confidently. Only you? Only I survived. Alright, so he's one of the guys we're meeting then. Valheim with good sailing, good combat, some sea shanties. Nice. Oh, Neem liked it. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, that's awesome. Really anticipating. That's awesome, Grim. That's exciting. Yeah, because Neem, that's one of the ones we played, with whom we played Helldivers a week or so ago. Anything useful? I got this awesome ring. What can you do? I can fight. We've all got to do that around here anyway, so what have you fought so far? One of those giant bugs and some rats. Better than a water rat, horrible things, but not exactly a proper fight at least. Anything bigger yet. It'll happen sooner than you'd like. Though Drova is not the paradise we thought it was. Gotta be careful where you walk and who you decide to tangle with. Really is Drova? The land of legends. Don't think fairies will spoon feed you around here, though. We gotta take this thing to Nemeton, the crystal. The crystal, like the champagne. Got some prunes. That's right, Aleph. Aleph says, let the fiber take me. I was saying how Gracie and I we're on the final episode of The Sopranos, and we haven't watched it yet. We're actually gonna be doing a watch party of sorts on Friday with some friends of ours who are also watching the show and are at the same point we are. And Gracie and I took it upon ourselves to make a bingo board, a bingo like card that where we can all watch along and see if we can like reach a bingo based on certain things that sometimes happen on the show. And of course, you know, some characters are no longer like in the show. Without spoiling anything, obviously, certain characters are only in the first couple seasons, other characters show up later, blah blah blah. And there's one character in particular where it's almost like if this were a drinking game. Take a drink every time you hear somebody say, "I wish the Lord would take me tomorrow." So when I hear Aleph saying, I want Poop Town to claim me, all I can think is, I wish the Lord would take me tomorrow. What show? The Sopranos. The Sopranos. We're a little bit late. We're a little bit late because, you know, the final season aired in 2007. So we're only a little bit late to the party. We've really been enjoying it, though. It's one of those where, like, I'm excited to see the ending, but then I'll be sad because then it's like, oh, well, now what do I do now that my show is over? I mean, there is the prequel movie or series. I don't know. I've heard mixed things about it. We'll see. I'll probably get around to it eventually. So what do you want from the druids? Well, I mean, they gave me this crystal. Show me the crystal. I was gonna say I might keep that close to my chest here. I'm not a druid. But we gotta get there, though, and getting there is no easy feat. There's an earthquake, he said. Take a detour through the forest. That's the best way to do it. You won't survive very long. Can't you take me there? I have to go there, but I've got to do something here first. Doing. Oh, a map. Very nice. A crude map. It's something, man. I'll take it. I'll take it. Not the best one, but it'll help you get your bearings. Go to the woodcutters. Follow the path, and they'll lead you right to it. And then he will ultimately travel with us, I think. Got a small camp southwest. Living under Nemeton's protection. Bridge is destroyed, though, so their direct route is blocked. Hence why we've got like a more involved way to get there, because there was an earthquake, I guess, that broke some shit up. Poor bastard ended up here again. Oh, so the earthquake like announced our presence, I guess. Interesting. So I guess whenever there's like a rift between the worlds, it's like catastrophic, cataclysmic. Maybe there'll be a few among the new arrivals. Nope, just the one. For your help. Can thank me once you've made it to Nemeton. It's quite the hike. Have a decent weapon, you'll need one in Drova. Got a whole bunch of experience for our troubles. I wonder if that's enough to level. For the guy with black hair, always looking angry, tell him Asmus sent you. You got it, ass mass. Our paths will cross again soon. So he said he's got business to attend to. But it sounds like he will probably be traveling with us, so long as nothing horrible and destructive happens to him along the way. Wonder what business he has to attend to. I also wonder if we did the right call, made the right call, by not showing him the crystal. The off chance that like it has like the power of the One Ring kind of thing. Like if it causes him to like lose himself and act uncouth, act unwise. By the way, was that enough for a level? Just barely shy of a level. That was probably engineered by the devs to be like, let's not give him the ability to level up quite just yet. Gotta twerk for that shit, man. Is this the goods? The cave. If it's the goods, but it's a goods. Something big and scary could be lurking in here. Only one way to find out. The torch. I wonder if it would be wise. Even like mandatory. I mean, I can kind of like see generally from afar. A pickaxe. I have a stone axe that's kind of like a pickaxe, except not really. Basalt root. Basalt root. Interesting. Looks like looks like some kind of ore vein, like maybe copper or iron, perhaps, perchance. Over here. Some over here, and some more mushy shrooms. Fucking decomposing body buried in the rubble. There we go, pickaxe, cool. I need to equip it. Oh, we got a minigame. Look at the exact moment. Okay. Oh, I thought it would come back. There we go. Like how it just flew right off, like, woo! So I got that one. So yeah, it doesn't come back. I was thinking it would like go back and forth. And you just time it right and then you're a gamer. Not quite that simple. And I guess they'll probably have some stuff for trading when we get to the woodcutter's camp. Nice. It's a crude pickaxe, but it's still something. Better than nothing. Better than nothing. Bop. Okay, didn't quite get the full one. Got a few attempts though, which is nice. Anything else? Do be it for now. There might be another entrance, just because there were some areas that looked like they were out of our reach for the time being. It's raining now. Didn't get experience for the mining, but did get some resources, which we might be able to use for selling or for crafting ourselves, or it affords things. Yeah, I do see this fool. Got the superior range. Got his ass. One more thing to fight, we'll get a level. Even if it's a squirrel or a rat that gives us 5 experience, it'll be enough. There's some stuff up there, but I can't quite reach it just yet. Can I chop down these trees? No, it doesn't work that way, apparently. Find some other way around to be able to reach the goods up there. Oh. Our first level. You get healed, and you get 4 learning points. You find an instructor, you can use your learning points to raise your... okay, that's cool. So you have to find a guy to help us level. Can't just do it on our own. Some talents and weapons require prowess. Some of your attribute scores. Cool. So, learning points. So I have learning points, but I can't use it until I find someone to instruct. Alright. Here are the talents. Stuff. Cool. Cool. Keep sniffing around. Got our first level. Very exciting. Never actually looted that guy. The southwest where you're gonna want to go ultimately. Of course, I'm always a fan of going the wrong way. I can't jump down that way, so it's got to be this way then, because that led to that cave we just went to. Yeah. Do the map, and it looks like we're following. Oh, it might be a longer route, just to get to that camp. So we might still have a bit of a hike to it ahead of us then. Said follow the path, and that's all it is. But I figured it was making it sound like, oh, they're like right here, but Not quite that simple. Trying to keep an eye out for on like in the shallow water areas if there's cool things to be found. Either cool things or scary bad guys to fight. Ah, things like these guys. Sling stones for slinging. Especially once we find some kind of sling. Some kind of ranged weapon would not be a bad idea. We of course have a couple of scrolls, but not much. Why are you already injured? But I'm complaining. Do I get the experience? I do get the experience for finishing him off, even though I definitely didn't do most of the work at all. Game's being nice to us. I'm not going to stop it. Who am I to complain? Mushroom. Can't grab these things, whatever they are. What's this? Some driftwood? Just some logs, okay. Thought we were gonna maybe comment on like what it looked like it originally was from. Probably some kind of boat hull. A mushroom. Oh. Dodge, because again, no block. And that right-click ability is good for stunning and also good for... It doesn't really knock them back, but it does seem like it really messes with their stamina. Or their I'm not sure if stamina is the right word, but like their poise, I guess, because you can knock them off... you can stun them, basically. Knock them off kilter. Rat, just slurping up all the things I can find, all the resources I can find. Strikes me as one of those games where... It's not like, it's no Dark Souls necessarily, it's not like that level of like, welcome to Dark Souls, fuck you, you're dead. But it also strikes me as not an easy game. Now, I'm playing on the default difficulty, but still, it seems like this is one of those where, yeah, you have to keep your wits about you. And if you're not careful, and if you like are sloppy with your use of resources, you might regret it. You might like wish you were a little bit more careful about how you use certain things. See that path up there? I wonder if there was more stuff back yonder we wanted to look for, but like we've done a pretty okay job with exploring the side paths and such. Are you a friend? Oh, we heard about the bridge that got broke. Oh, looks like they're on the other side too. Divinity brought me to this world. It's been a long time since they've been brung here. I'm Merlin. Go to Senji's. Takes care of the woodcutters. That's where we're headed. Follow the path, bro. What happened to the bridge? Earthquake struck here a few days ago. Oh, it was days ago. Okay. Because we've only just now gotten here. Unless we were, like, knocked unconscious for multiple days. Can't deliver our wood to Nematon. That's where we're headed. John won't be sending any warriors here, so we're all by ourselves here. There's a bell to join the remnants. Gotta repair the bridge quickly, or we're done for otherwise. Can't do this by myself. These two knuckleheads better get their asses over here. Wonder if they're gonna need resources, because we did find some wood. We could use this as a workstation to make a roots trap, some arrows, make some meats. I'm gonna hold off for now. Oh, looks like we already lit. Okay, well that's kind of cool at least. Kind of cool. We have to use 4 pieces to make some fried meats. Good to know. Good to know. Hold off for now, but I could see myself eventually coming back to try my hand at that. One of those old thorny bushes. Not horny bushes, thorny bushes. Although, you know, potato, potato. Getting dark, so now things are lighting up. Shrooms. There was a creature walking around right here. I couldn't tell if it was like a cat or like a dog or something. Like a domesticated fella. Or something wild and dangerous. Collecting all the things, it's like Homeless Simulator. Yeah, the idea. I mean, I am a sucker for a game that allows me and even enables me to pick up any little thing I see. That is always a satisfying, like, oh yes, I'll take that shiny. I'll take that shiny too. Yes, yes. Snarf it away like a goblin, like a little treasure goblin. So this is not going to be part of the path we need to go on. This will be a bonus path. But we did see, of course, that there were some things off the beaten path that might be in our interest to check out. So this could lead us to some of those extra areas. I would not complain. Probably the path. That's probably the camp we're looking for. Examine more closely. Yes, I see. Apples. Now, why are they burying apples in these holes? Unless it's just meant to be like a food stowaway or like storage place. Like a nifty little place to kind of squirrel away some extra resources. It's a kitty cat. Kitty cat friend. How do I get up there to join the kitty cat? Wish to commune with the creature. And no, I'm not even going to attempt to attack the kitty cat. What kind of monster would I be? Can I pet the kitty cat? Meow. Sizes you up. I pet the kitty cat. Aw, nice friend. Can I keep petting the kitty cat? Will the kitty cat turn into bite mode? Because that's what our cat, that's what Ferret does. If you pet him, he's like very happy. But if you pet him for more than like 3 seconds, he'll be like, what about attack? What about kill? Good kitty cat. Can I throw him a baton? It's not a stick, it's a baton. It's not very good. I'm shocked. It's fast, but it's literally 0 damage apparently. Good lord. Is he gonna follow me around? That'd be very cute if he followed me around. I was like, oh, you're a friend. You wanna hang out with me? Nah, he says, alright, you're boring, Alex. Get the fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. I'll take that. Anything else? Anything else along the way? The game does that autosave. Makes me a little bit nervous every time I see it. It's like, oh, why are you autosaving, game? What's happening? Should I be scared? The answer is always yes. You should always be scared. Permanently. Forever. Found the woodcutters. George, I thought it said George Pham. Remnants camp. How's it going, guys? More than inflicting a pinprick. Like a poison thingy? Ah. Shield up and keep ducking. Called tactics, bro. Hello. Just at the right time, bro. What's better, a two-handed weapon or a sword and a shield? I'll see two-handed weapon. Gotta try for yourself, bro. Just a sec. There's no just a sec, only death. Learn how to fight the right way. Okay. Now, because I said, oh, I like two-handed the most. Now, if I would have said, oh, I love sword and board, maybe they would have given me a two-handed weapon. But they give you, like, the crappy version. They gave me the baton, which does nothing, and a wooden plank, which we already had. Promise I won't mean to kill you. Ready? Okay. There we go. I have to prove my worth by blocking things. Doesn't always work. You gotta, well, I guess dodging is one thing. Dodging also is expensive, stamina-wise, though. Once you lose your footing, right. Right, that's right. So that's the thing. When you have a two-handed weapon, there is no blocking. Then he gives me the log splitter, which I already have, of course. Swing your axe, let it come down on the fella, and then use the momentum to just go for another one. So just do a couple combos, I guess. Oh, it's got... Oh, you can't just mash it. I see. There we go. You have to, like, time it correctly. I didn't actually notice that earlier. Tickles a little bit. You're never gonna hurt anybody with that, though. Wounded opponents will get weaker without even taking additional hits. To warm up before you can use an ability, you need focus, okay. Build focus by swinging your axe continuously. When you're hit, you lose focus. If you block opponent strikes and attack them, you'll accumulate focus faster. Basically trying to give them time to launch their bullshit. The wounding ability, okay. Find weak points. Everyone leaves themselves open eventually. If you have enough focus, you'll be able to inflict a pretty bad wound on an opponent. Give it a try. So, show me your strike. Already been equipped. Press B to open the ability menu. Take a closer look. And... press the tab button. Alright, so what's this one? So it's this thing, okay. So wound costs 40. Now I don't have 40. Alright, so... it says cast successful spells. Displays your current focus in combat every time you successfully hit. It does build focus, okay. Okay. Show me your strikes. So I gotta build the goods. Can't do you can't do like a third hit combo. Alright, so now press Q. Yeah. And of course, her health is still completely full. But at least we're proving our worth. Slaps for everybody. What a fun sound they make. It'll come in handy for boss battles, no question. Sets and ability versus the spell we had, the scrolls we found earlier. Of course, the scrolls are one-time use. But they cost focus all the same. Bleeds can get nasty. A single bleed will ease over time, but multiple bleeds will stack. So you can stack and compound the bleeds and other sort of effects like that. Have a healing plant. I got plenty. But you carry things for healing yourself. And of course, having a good meal helps too. Locking doesn't protect you from everything. Yeah, because obviously if you dodge, you won't get any of the status effects. You prefer two-handed or sword and board? Tell me. I still like the two-handed. It just needs some oomph. I got a fancy new two-handed weapon. Nice. The Remnants area, maybe it's, I guess it's like a rival roving gang of maybe not gang, but group. What kind of arena is this? It is the arena. Okay, so maybe it's not an arena at all, or maybe it's not like a group at all, like a rival gang at all. Fighters from all corners of Drova compete. Usually first to blood, sometimes to the death. You've survived around in the arena, you've learned a great deal. Fight with everything that inflicts pain. Bows, arrows, daggers, spears, penises, everything. Of course, most of our stuff is bronze weapons, but some people use iron, which hurts like hell. I'm curious. You have to watch it from the stands first, bro. Visit there once things calm down here first. One thing after another. One step at a time. Deal with the bridge situation first. Oh, are these the people that are supposed to be helping with the bridge situation? This just kind of hanging out. That's pretty neat, though. In any case, so I'm using his old axe right now. The old one I was using earlier was the stone axe. Now, a bronze pickaxe, oddly enough, is also it's probably not like as good as the one we just got, obviously, but clearly it was better than our old one. Probably could have switched that sooner. I think he's actually damaging it slightly, very, very slightly. Hey. Probably don't want to stand too close to him while he's swinging that thing. Hopefully it won't actually hurt me. What else do we got? Ooh, can I break their stuff? First. Someone hid something here. Ooh, hopefully nobody will mind me stealing. Stop! Thief! You have violated the law. You've broken private property. Your stolen goods are forfeit. Anything else to snag? I'm looking for anything else. Hiding in the foreground. Could do some cooking if we wanted to. Cooking and brewing potions. Other workstations for other crafting situations. Very nice. It's all about cooking, of course. Are you the guy? Agilo. Who in 1,000 howling rippers are you? That's a made-up name, right? Are you new around here? You looking around like adult? I mean, I probably don't look like much. We have our like just basic rags equipped to ourselves right now, so we probably look pretty hapless. Woodcutter by trade, but I used to, but now I'm a cook. The one guy to keep us from starving. A guy named Gero, who has vanished, he's our cook. Now I'm doing it. I could chop so much wood, so much wood. Now I'm chopping like meat and fish and that kind of thing instead. Let's speak to Sinjas. That was the guy we heard about previously. I wonder if that'll be a side quest though. Find the existing cook and well, either rescue him or I don't know, bring proof that he's dead or something. So if you wanted to, you could sleep and get a nice little rusty rest, which is neat. Which is nifty. Thanks for not minding that I'm just breaking your shit, by the way. Thanks for being cool about this whole thing, bro. Thanks, bro. Nice cock, bro. What's this? I got a sling. Are they gonna mind me stealing? I guess they don't. If they don't mind it, I don't mind it either. What's this? I'm not cut out for this, bro. So Gero mentioned that he and a few others wanted to take off to the remnants camp. Oh, that's the guy, right? That's the cook fella. Because that was the name we heard. We're supposed to be better there. No one can protect us here. I can't leave our homies behind, though. I wonder if we've seen or if we've seen the Rippers yet. I'm gonna guess probably not. There's probably something we've not seen yet. There is some wood. Log. It's big, it's heavy, it's wood. I'm gonna kill the rat. Oh, hold on. What was the... What was that, Joel Haver video? Or I guess the series of videos where the guy's like, adventure awaits! Huzzah! Take that, foul dungeon rat! And then, like, he comes back and he's like, have you seen our mascot? He's a little rat fella. Cutest little thing. And he's like, oh no, I've got bad news. I've got bad news about Rat Friend. If I'm over here just slaying rats like just half-assedly, there's always that chance. So I'm gonna do is I'm going to equip the sling, by the way, to this guy. This one. There we go. And then those guys. Oh, looks like they're already equipped. Good. So that way, if I wanted to, I could just switch to the sling. That's pretty cool. Oh, did it throw it? Oh, so it loads it up. I see. Yeah, so it does throw it. That's kind of cool. So right click to like load up a shot. Or I guess left click would also probably work. Cool. So as much as I want to keep exploring, I do want to. I think I should like talk to this guy first because he might, or like if there's like a quest to be gained. Oh, what was that? Something refreshing. If there's a quest to be gained, it might actually help with knowing what I'm looking for, knowing what to watch out for if there's something up north to deal with. So, oh, you just drank a glass of water. That's what that was. Cool. Your singes. Why in the divinity's name is the earth now trembling again? It was because of me. I'm from the gorge. Yes, I can tell. They threw you in here. You still have most of your limbs, at least. So the woodcutters are here. What's left of them, he says. I talked to Asmus. He split immediately, but he sent you. It's not what you've been told. It is not the land of milk and honey. This is no paradise. This ain't no party. This ain't no disco. This ain't no fooling around. We had to struggle to overcome adversity. The bridge is destroyed, though. Cut off from our allies. Shit is fucked, bro. And the more that can help, the merrier. Where are people running towards? To the remnants camp. A more protected location. But this is the frontier, man. Because of a destroyed bridge? The direct route to Nematon. Bridge is unusable. It's awful timing. It's gonna wait until the bridge is repaired. Let's hope that nobody gets murdered. The 2 fighters we have can't protect us from everything. What's the deal with the remnant camp? The whole place is in disarray, led by the heiress of the moor. Wants to turn Drova into the land of legends, but Jero isn't convinced that it can be done. Wants to bust out somehow. Keep people with him and founded the remnants camp. That's how that split happened. We're having clashes between the camps. Both sides are fighting over people. Woodcutters are out in the boondocks here, but we're loyal to Nematon. How can I help? We gotta get the bridge repaired. You've got 2 hands. I've never repaired a bridge. Well, also, what can I do to help? To put their backs into it. If you want to help us, go see Gendrick and Agilos. We already talked to Agilo earlier. They're reliable. They take a lot off my plate. I kind of have to keep me busy, he says. What do I get for my help? You'll be part of the community. We don't kill you, that's the reward. You get to live. Okay. Still get some old work clothes around here. It's better than the rags that I'm wearing right now. Better than nothing. The rags you're wearing won't be any good. He's not wrong. Nematon really that important? It needs our, or they need our wood, we need their fighters. It's too dangerous to do otherwise. Monsters are becoming stronger and more brazen. The Rippers are advancing from the south. Ooh, sounds like that's our next overall destination. We'll rip them before they RIP us. See what I can do. I'm gonna gather your strength. The blue tent next to mine is free. Fend for yourself food-wise, though. Laria was supposed to be back some time ago. Hopefully she's not dead. So 2 people are missing. Or, well, 1 person's missing, another person is, like, we're not exactly sure. So where's Gendrick? Near the logging site west of here. We haven't been there yet. You know where Agilo is. We'd already talked to him. He's the cook right now. Toss stuff together and hopes for the best. Doesn't know what he's doing. He really can't cook. Hopefully he's not pissing in the pot. A pot to piss and eat in. And Laria. She's hunting water rats nearby. She can't be far. Oh. It's usually not gone this long. How mysterious. So 2 people are presumed missing. Anyway, I hope nobody's disturbed my 1 box of, like, random stuff. What a nice day. The one that we found earlier that had some stuff that was missing. And this jingling pouch. Oh, shit. You know what? I'm gonna let myself die. Because it's like, yeah, that's on me. That's on me. So I was joking earlier. Oh, so now we're not dead. That hit the spot. So if you steal and they catch you, they will fuck your shit up. How's about this? Can I load the last save game? Before I fucked around and found out? Right, because I was able to steal it first. it. Right now, he is none the wiser. I'm just going, don't mind me, don't mind me. Yeah, I wonder, so actually, yeah, hold on. Because, so refreshing. Whether an interaction is an offense, they'll tell you ahead of time. So, like, sleeping in the bed, no problem. Taking this chest, though, big problemo. Now, for the stuff I found, is there an indication that says that it was theirs, or like it is stolen? Not that I can see. I'm over here like, heh, don't mind if I do. Crafting material, cool. Oh, he did say he found us some stuff. So we have the rags right now. Maybe he didn't give it to us yet. Yeah, looking to see if we have that equipment or the armor or the clothes that he recommended. I'm gonna try it. Okay, so I can't without a lockpick. Makes sense. Makes sense. Got a doggy. Can I pet the dog? With a skeptical look, I pet the dog, obviously. Oh, nice friend. He's more of a back pet kind of doggy. Can I pet the tum-tums? Something rummaging in your pocket. Oh, he ate the meats! It's fine, it was raw meat anyway. I'm not even mad. I'm not even mad. Now, what I do want to do is I want to open this box. I'm going to break it, but I don't want to hit the doggy in the process. He can have the raw meats. It's fine. I don't mind. I mean, we have so much of it. There's more where that came from. I think it's probably fine. Oh, right. That one. There we go. So, I guess it's like Morrowind rules, where if something is stored in an outdoor container, it's open season. Because it didn't have the little red hand icon to indicate that it was, you know, owned by somebody. So it's probably okay. I can appreciate that they do have a system for what is considered stolen goods, what isn't. Not every game is so, what's the word? Is so sophisticated in that sense. So you're probably the other person that... Oh, you're Bombus. I would rather not bomb anybody, honestly. You have a friendly face. I'm Bombus, traveling trader, beekeeper, and healer. Beekeeper, huh? Isn't this a wonderful place? I'm not a mind reader, though. You have to tell me who you are and in the old-fashioned. I do want to hear about his beekeeping. Supposed to be a Nematon, but right, the bridge is out, so you know. He's a little spacey. In my home country, we call this guy a space cadet. And someone's a little bit on the spacey side. Red healing herbs keep for a long time, so we're just chilling. You want to go to Nematon? My route usually ends here. Alright. He loves his bees. What are you doing here? I am at one with myself. Also, I'm waiting here until the bridge is repaired. Just waiting. I don't want to mess with the creepy crawlies or their clawsies. Or listening to my instincts. And meeting new nice people. You're a beekeeper too? The best bees. My beehives are scattered all over the place. How do you feel about this place? Well, I've known them for a while, but I'm worried about them. Their ranks are dwindling. Ah, he likes the huntress lady. Where was the huntress going? She's a hunter, going to hunt. Going north of here. The earthquake probably scattered the ratzos. Anything to buy or sell? Well, nothing new weapon-wise. Ooh, some recipes would not be a shabby idea. Shabby idea. That's 150. I don't have 150. It's a little bit rich for my blood. 100, 150. The healing ointment's not too bad. I don't have any earth root, unfortunately. by the river, so we'll have to find it just on its own. I mean, we could sell him some, you know, some stuff. For one thing, I definitely don't need this baton. Or this branch. Either of them. I mean, unless you could use it for crafting. But I think... Yeah, it says crafting material. If it's a crafting... If it can be used in crafting, it says it's a crafting material. Using some sales items, so I guess no reason to hang on to these. I'll keep the pickaxe. That's just random two-handed weapon. Not random, but just a standard one, that is. I'm gonna hang on to this one because that's a crafting material, of course. Beer is common. Maybe it can be used for something, maybe. Gnarled roots. Crafting material, very good. A tree creature. We fight a tree creature? Huh. What that would be. We probably just found it somewhere. Crafting material. Anything that is a sales item, I'd be willing to sell, but otherwise, crafting material sticks with us. It doesn't get us much. It really doesn't. It really doesn't. So... yeah, maybe I'll hold off on the healing ointment. If I could start finding Earthroot, then yes. Should I just go ahead and get it? Oh, fuck it, I'll just go ahead and get it. Great. Balance of coins. Complete. Right, very good. Pleasure doing business. Do I learn the recipe? Bam. There we go. Recipe learned. So once I find the earth roots, I'll be able to craft that stuff up. That'll be nice. Whomst are you? This is Jelena. But everybody was leaving. Get some new folks though. I'm Jelena. A lot of stuff lying around here. Just help yourself. None of it is valuable if you can tinker with it at the workbench. I find Jendrik. He's at the logging site to work on the wood. And you don't want to go to the Remnants camp, right? I'm one of the people stupid enough to stay, apparently. Oh, no, she's saying she does want to leave. Remaining here is suicide. Well, what's keeping you here? My friends are here, so I don't want to fuck them over. The bridge will eventually get repaired. Man, he's just going ham on that guy, isn't he? What's the pack of bad guys exactly? There's a lot of them. Raising critters, deadly ones. Not nice. Well, that gives me the kind of confidence I was hoping for, lady. She was saying, like, hey, man, take whatever. There's not a lot of valuable stuff around here. I'm going to assume she means outside, not within the camp. The temptation, the masculine urge to break that up, to attempt to break that open. How's it going in the cauldron? Can I help him? Now, I don't have that ability, do I? Oh, I do have it. Cool. So if I press 3... oh, I see. And it does fade over time. Apply bleed to that fella. What happens when we kill this guy? Does something cool happen? We're not doing much damage to him. In fact, I'm doing truly no damage. Can you stack the bleeds? Yes, you can. So I think it has... you get like diminishing returns or something, because yeah, now it's not doing jack shit. Anyway, so we talked with that fella. Yeah, there is that one baggie which catches my eye, but nah, I'm not gonna try that. Let's explore then. Time for some good explorificating. I do have to be careful about like what kind of shinies I just go ahead and grab for myself. Right now, I'm just conditioned to say like, oh yeah, just any old thing that catches my eye, let's fucking go for it, but... knowing that some things will be owned, especially when you're in a camp, it makes perfect sense. But I've been encouraged to be a greedy little greedmeister. Probably don't need this many berries or this many healing herbs. Like, we probably don't need this much of the stuff we're carrying. Is there a maximum size to the stacks? Not that I can tell so far. the doggy. Still was watching me, knowing that I've still got like several pockets just filled to the brim with more raw meats that have yet to be cooked. Look at the doggy. Was like, I'm just gonna utilize this situation to get me some free food. Now this catches my eye. Hey, we found some earth root. Nice. Now I can start making some healing potions. Some real shit. The lady, the huntress is probably up here somewhere. We don't have like an explicit quest to find her, but it seems like it would reflect well upon us to find her. Need to get Angelo and Agilo and Gendrick, and Agilo needs the what's it called? Agilo needs the cook fella to be found. We haven't actually found Jedrick yet. He's further west. Knowing games like this, it's like it would behoove us to do all the things. Here's a map. We're soon gonna reach the limit of how far north we can go here. Froggy. Oh, that's right. We were already on that side. So I guess we're gonna actually see how this northern path can kind of all connects together. Do your worst. Have at thee. Whoop. When they're like ready for the big dash. Whoop. Bop. Bop. That. That's a raid from Merlin. What's up, Merlin? Thanks for that raid, man. That's super nice of you, dude. We're playing a really cool little RPG. Pretty sure you're an RPG enjoyer, so this might be up your alley. This is Drova, Forsaken Kin. It's pretty cool so far. It's not like super new. This actually came out in October of 2024, so it's been like a year and a half. So I'm a little bit late to the party here, but I'm liking it a lot so far. And as a wizard, you'll appreciate there are spells. We got that magic missile. We got that rat swarm. So there are spells. We're still pretty early on, so I haven't really learned anything. Those are just scrolls. And as you know, as a card-carrying wizard, you understand that is a one-time use kind of deal. But this is pretty cool so far. We're still in the early stages of the game, so I'm still kind of in baby mode, but we're slowly getting there. Kind of reminds me a little bit of, there's another game that reminds me of called Pale Coins that is also very good. Argyle, thank you for that resub, buddy. It's nice of you, man. Thank you, Argyle. Very generous of you, my man. This game has been out for, like I said, about a year and a half. However, and I'll say I'm playing on Steam. Do it. I'm playing the Steam version, but it's also on Nintendo Switch, and I think Xbox and PlayStation probably. And it's coming to mobile. Part of the reason I was able to get a key for this game is because there's some efforts by like PR firms and key distribution sites for streamers to get this game in the hands of streamers to get hype for the mobile port that comes out on April 23rd. April 23rd, I believe, is what it is. So on iOS and Android, it'll be coming out, and I'm playing the Steam version right now. It feels great. I'm enjoying it a lot. And the combat is like real chill. It's not easy. This game, it's just one of those games where if you let your guard down, this game will be mean to you, but I'm liking it a lot so far. And thank you to Merlin for that raid. And here's the little shout out for our homie. Thank you also Argot for that resub. That's nice of you, buddy. Thank you very much, my mans. Are you the Drovakin? Well, so in this game, Drova is heralded as the land of legends, I think is what they call it. The land of legends. It's like, oh, I've heard that there's food for everyone and that it's magical, that it's wonderful, and it's risky getting there. It's like a different world, or like an alternate dimension, basically. And the steps to get to Drova are known only by a few in your realm, and it's risky and it's dangerous. And you go through the steps, you get here, turns out there's monsters. There's not like an overly generous amount of food for everybody. It's actually not all it's cracked up to be. But we're learning more about this world. We're learning more about like what this place is like, and there's like a mystery of sorts of Like there's maybe not mystery isn't the word, but there's more to this place than meets the eye clearly. And we have some quests we're going through right now. We're trying to win favor with this encampment, and we're trying to. They've got some missing camp members they're trying to locate, so we're trying to help them out. There's when we arrived here, a process that we went through to get here caused an earthquake to happen, and the earthquake took out the bridge. So we're trying to help them get the bridge repaired so they're not fucked. So kind of a whole bunch of stuff. And a whole bunch of stuff, but it's pretty cool so far. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool little game, yeah. Yeah, that Windrose game does sound pretty sweet, Grim. That does sound pretty nice. Also, Merlin, if you have any clips you want to share, whenever people raid, I always like to ask if there's any clips to share. I'd love to see them. It's my favorite way of expressing gratitude, because you raid me, you bring the folks here, that's super nice. The least I can do is try to nudge the folks that are already here to check you out. Since your peeps are checking me out, I want to make sure my peeps are checking you out as well. I know you were playing some Magic the Gathering. You and everyone else I know. I know it seems like friends I have go through cycles, go through periods of time and getting like really into Magic. And I have a couple friends that have re-engaged with that addiction. And I mean that with no disrespect, of course. I'm not a Magic guy myself, but I can appreciate it. I saw that frog. I was like, I panicked. I was like, oh, Jesus Christ, it's coming right for me. It's just a frog. It's just a little frog fella. One of these things covered in druidic ornaments. Like Christmas ornaments? But anyway, no, I know that's been a big one for sure. Yeah, Wolf, Wolf says they also play it. No judgment here, no judgment here. Also playing Crimson Desert. I hope you're liking it, by the way. I've heard mixed things about Crimson Desert. I've heard more good things than bad, but I've heard it's like, it's not for everybody, but I've heard it's interesting. Froggies. I might have already been on that side, actually. If there's anything else over yonder, but I think we might have seen all there's to see in this little area. It's kind of hard to see with the fog. Since you're always playing some interesting stuff, I appreciate that. That's very nice of you to say. Part of it is I'm a strange, short little man. I'm a weird, short little asshole who, I don't so much get bored easily, but I get drawn easily by, oh, I want to play this. Oh, and this over here. Oh, and this over here. It's like I'm like a fucking raccoon with like shinies being dangled in front of my face, and I'm like trying to grasp all of them. And of course, there's only so much time in the day. You know, it can only play so many games with only so many hours of free time per day, per week, for that matter. This bloodstain, which is, oh, is a path. Ooh, mysterious, babe, mysterious. There's nothing new or interesting. Well, the offer, it remains on the table, and also I'll say it doesn't have to be from tonight. By the way, if there was any clips you wanted to share, it could have been one from a few weeks ago, months ago, 40 years ago. I'm not gonna judge. I'm not gonna judge. So if there was anything of yours you wanted to share with us, the offer is very much on the table, but also no pressure. No pressure. I'm gonna check out that little path. Thought I'd kind of like sniff around and elsewhere first. Yeah, just kidding. I'm doing it now. I'm doing it now. Heck the rules. What do you think we're gonna find? We see bloodstains and oh, we found the Huntress. There she is. Well, that was random. That was random. That was random. Moonspine, you've probably heard about a you know, we have a lot of new folks here, so I don't want to say this and like scare people off and like make people be like, oh, here comes Alex bringing out the political pants. What the fuck? Here comes political pants time. What the shit? There's we'll just say, a politician that has a reputation of not everybody likes her. Not everybody likes her. And without naming names, I'll just say the acronym to her name is MTG. And every time I would see an article about MTG saying something like overtly racist or like just being a shitter or being just an awful human being to somebody, I would like, my brain would subconsciously turn MTG into Magic the Gathering. So it made those headlines less annoying and less faith in humanity harming that way. But that person has since vacated her position, so now she's not in the news anymore. So now it is just regular Magic the Gathering. So you don't know who that is. You are better off for not knowing who that is. This person is not a fan. I'm not a fan. Enjoying Crimson Desert though? Yeah, it looks pretty sick. I never did play their other game, the what was it, Black Desert Online? I never did play that one. So I'm kind of out of the loop as far as that series goes and the developer goes. But it looks pretty sick, honestly. Yeah. Yeah. Like, it's some sort of way to, like... This kind of way to, like, trick my brain into being like, oh, what if I just think about games instead of the horrors of reality? Shit is difficult. So we're talking about the Rippers. I'm going to assume the Rippers are not the little, like, badger fellows I've been fighting. Because those guys are, like, they're a little bit annoying sometimes. But they're not exactly scary. All this mention of the Rippers must be something very fucked that I've yet to see. So it looks like she's already wounded. I'm more dangerous than a Ripper. I don't think that would be... I think she would laugh in our face because we still have rags. We have, like, the basic starting axe. Like, we got nothing to our names right now. I'm just relaxing. Everything all right, fam? Well, I'm wounded. Yep, yeah. Yeah, they injured me, bro. What the hell? Everyone's gonna laugh at me, man. Best hunter of them all. Got fucked by some evil... Well, I don't know. Maybe, whatever. Maybe not evil, but just some animal got to her. It's throbbing, she says. I say, well, what exactly happened? Going after a water rat. Fucking Rippers, man, they got my ass. They ripped my ass. Well, hopefully not ripped. Hopefully not an actual ass wound. Don't focus on the rat. I didn't even hear the other fella coming. So I fucking got his ass, but he did get a nice wound on me, unfortunately. Do you ever have that happen to you, Merlin, or any other streamers listening in? You say something out loud, you go, oh, that sounded fucking weird. There was one time in particular where I was going to raid our friend, we have our friend, Koala Baritone. He's, Meerkat knows what I'm talking about, our friend Aaron. He's a really cool guy, a really nice streamer. And we were going to go raid him, and I was like, hell yeah, let's go raid that ass. And then I was like, oh, that sounds kind of fucked up, what the hell? And of course, the raid message, against my will, was, we're raiding your ass, we're raiding asses. And it kind of stuck, so it's like, well, sometimes it's just how that goes. The thing bit me. Nothing like that's ever happened to me before, but that's a particularly gnarly bite, she says. Ambushed by the Ripper, and then I'm whining about one little bite? What the hell, man? Can I take care of this Ripper for you? Let's tend to your wound first. It's just a flesh wound. Both of her arms have been chopped off. It's a flesh wound. It hurts like hell, though. Maybe a healing plant? I got one of those. There's a few growing around here. I applied a few that helped, but I'm getting a little bit tired though. I can hardly lift my bow. Maybe I can find something. Maybe. Camp's got a healer, Cora, which I have not seen yet. Good old Captain Chlamydia. Now I haven't. I'm not aware of that nickname for Koala Baritone. He might have some words about that nickname. But if you ensure that to me, Mirka, next time I see him, I'll say, hey, there he is, and he will be confused. And that's right, yeah, you're a homie of Gallanith's. That's right, that's right. That's probably how I got familiar with your screening, because I know I'd seen you around before. He loves it. It's his favorite. He loves it. Guy can't go 5 seconds without talking about being the captain of Chlamydia. He wears that rank prominently on his brow. As one should. Don't tell anybody in the camp, she says, please. So I have, like, healing potions. Is that enough? What is it? About your injury. Get your ass out of here, he says. Now we'll just chill. I've got to go. So we'll keep our eyes peeled for a thing that would be particularly useful for her. So yeah, we already have some healing, not potions, but healing, like, salves on us. Maybe it's that one right there, the shiny boy. Maybe it's the shiny fellow, one can only hope. Ooh, excuse me. Then keep going north, and I think I might for a little bit. I keep getting the little pebbles. Ammunition for our sling. Now, I am kind of curious. We do have torches. I wonder if it would be easier for me to see what I'm doing. My weapon causes you to drop the torch. Right. What's about this? Let's try it. I'm guessing, like, it'll eventually run out of juice. It'll eventually, like, burn out. I'm wondering if there'll be any sort of indication for when that's about to happen. Like, if it's getting Getting down to brass tacks. Getting down to ass tacks. Put that away. Bop. I wonder, can you, like, hold attacks? You can kind of hold attacks. I'm not sure it did more damage, though. I'm lowered on the stamina. Which just lowers their like, their resolve, or whatever you call their Oh, actually, that is a much stronger attack. Yeah, I guess their poise is a better term. Lowers their poise. If that yellow bar goes empty, they get dead. They get stunned, which basically means they're dead. Dead. Oh, you're right. The reflection is nice. I didn't even notice. Yeah, it's got a pretty, like, solid presentation. This game's not going to win any awards for its graphics, obviously, but I think it's, like, pretty solid. Pretty solid presentation. I am a sucker for, like, pixel graphics. I'm also a sucker for old school, kind of inspired RPGs. This ain't no Dark Souls, right? This is not like that kind of more modern... I mean, I guess there's modern isms for sure, but this very much harkens back to a simpler time, obviously. Yeah, you know what I meant. You know what I meant. Yeah, just the overall presentation is pretty solid. Oh, fishies. I need a fishing pole for me to get in there. Keep my eyes peeled for such opportunities. The torch is nifty. I know they said if you... Let's try this now, actually. If I go... Yeah. So we drop the torch. Can I pick it back up? You bet your sweet titties I can. As long as I have the wherewithal to put it away and then draw my weapon, then it's okay. Then it's alright. Where's some more berries? So yeah, other, like, mysterious tracking things, like indications or clues that something has been near here. If we're to be tracking the creature that harmed her to begin with, it'd be into that. Of course it's in that cave. Of course it's in the cave. So we will go there eventually, but it's a lot to explore. This game does many things. It scratches my exploring itch. It also scratches my loot goblin itch. Look at all this dumb shit I've been hanging on to. Now, some of it's legit. Some of it's, like, very good. Life Blossom actually might be what we need to heal the lady up. But yeah, everything I can find, I'm grabbing and putting in my backpack. I'm guessing there are limited number of slots, probably. No maximum amount of weight, so far as I can tell. So weight is not an issue, at least not yet. But number of slots might become an issue sooner than later. Shall see. We shall see. The nice thing, though, is that, like, things do stack pretty generously. So we just found our first Hawthorn and our first basalt root. But yeah, we have like a million of the sling stones. You have a whole bunch of the standard healing plants. So we're doing just fine with other things, at least. Standard healing plant. That's what we're looking for. Ooh, this looks encouraging. Whatever this is for looks legit. Go down there in a meowment. Right-click ability to kind of sniff around. Just allow us to go all the way this way. It would. Let's not go. Let's do one thing at a time here. One piece at a time here. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves. Let's not go too far up our own asses. Lest I be unable to breathe. Grab this thing. Yes, I am curious about that little cave area. I'm sure there's some scary fellers inside there. There we go. There we go. We're tracking this shit now. Now we don't have to fight this thing. He's in bad shape, right? So we could always just go back to the woodcutter camp and ask about healing. Maybe that's what we need to do. Instead of, like, finding the healing cells, we just gotta go back to the camp and explain, like, all right, here's what we found so far. And without naming names, what if hypothetically somebody were injured horribly in an embarrassing manner and they were too shy to talk about it themselves? Let's go this way first. You have the pickaxe. Bop. Not quite. Alright, still pretty good. You get it right in the green, you get the extra goods. I only got the regular goods that time. And bop. Nailed it. There's a... Is that a ripper? Looks more like a feral dog. Oh, geez, it's fast. Ouch. Does a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. How'd that miss? I'm dead. Not surprised. Bite the dust for the first time. Achievement unlocked. Now, the good news is this game autosaves very generously, very frequently. So, no harm, no foul. I'll be impressed if he really is the thing that we're fighting. Oops. That we're here to fight. The thing is, though... Oh, shit. There's only one of them, and he's a pretty tough fight, honestly. More so than I was expecting. Damn. Let's dance. Is that another bark? We don't do a ton of damage to him with our regular attacks. I can apply that bleed to him. That'll fuck him up. There we go. Get fucked. Did he bleed out? That should do it. He's dead. Oh, no, he's stunned, and now he's dead. 40 experience points. Pretty good. So that was indeed a Ripper of the famished variety. So our first Ripper find, and confirmed that is indeed a new enemy we've never fought before. So we avenged her. That's clearly the one that she wounded, because he was clearly already wounded. And he was emaciated, so not at all at full power. So if there's like a whole roaming pack of those guys that are south of us, that are heading north, heading towards the camp, then, well, we got our work cut out for us, because that's going to be a tough fight. However, we did find... Let's say, sure if this is like a known little stowaway spot or what. The things I can break. And or repurpose for my own selfish gain. Treasure chest. I need a lockpick though. Alright. Sleep here if I felt so inclined, but we took no damage, so we're okay. Oh, wake back up. Dodge out of waking up. I could make some healing ointments. If I had to guess, that's probably what they're going to want us to do. It would have been funny if it was one of those where I go back to camp and they just give us the recipe for free. That is entirely possible, because I went ahead and bought the recipe earlier because I was like, oh yeah, that sounds nice. But I could see this being one of those instances where they're like, here, I'll give you the recipe if you don't have it already. Motherfucker, I should have saved my money. We did kill the fella. That'll make the lady happy. Doesn't address her wound at all, but it's something. Otherwise, though, I think we've, like, gone this way as far as we could. Where is the camp relating to where we are? So it's about a little bit farther south, which makes sense. I think we've, like, seen all the other stuff. I think we looted that one corpse we saw that was, like, super far north. There's still the question of, like, what stuff is over here. Oh my god, a new fella. Whoop. New fella. Exactly are you? You're like a little plant guy. He's just a little guy, for real, for real. Whoop. He uses Entangle. You know this is a, like, druid full area. These guys using Entangle. Do you guys get hit by the spiky boys? You do not. Now, even though you're a plant guy, you're not like a fucking like a human guy, or like a thing that bleeds. You're a plant fella. He still can be afflicted by bleed. Gnarled roots. He was a Sprigga. So, a new fella we'd never seen before, and that was a pretty tough fight. I'm gonna take that as the game sign that I should go that direction once we get some new stuff. Better gear. Oh dear, sweet merciful Batman. Oh wait, that's a person I think we want to help, right? Let's help her out. We might be under purpose for this one. Although, with this lady's help, we are kind of winning. Oh, this is the dude. Never mind. I saw the long blonde hair. What the hell was that? Cursed sprig fellas. Cutting down a tree, chopping it up, and those guys caught me by surprise. Larry's the one who prunes these fellers. But if you neglect them, they will turn into these things. And they get bigger. Never seen a fully grown specimen. Could become unpleasant. Who are you, by the way? There's Jendrik. We found him. So there's the other guy we were looking for. They all these woodcutters love chopping trees. That's their main thing. And listen, I get that. No judgment here, but like, man, these motherfuckers got a constant hard-on, a morning wood, if you will, for chopping down trees. It's like, man, I just gotta chop some wood, bro. I fucking love that shit. Holy shit. Report to the bridge to do some bridge building, bridge repairing. But I need wood, bro. There's someone else at the logging site who can help. What about Jelena? I'm twice as fast as she is. Gotta head back to the logging site. Gotta collect some. All I really want is fresh wood, bro. It's all I want, man. It's all my life has, man. It's all I've got left. Everything else has been taken from me. Yeah, listen to the birds in between strokes. Right, right. Stroking what exactly? Bring 5 logs, please. I already have 5 logs, I think. These guys is dead or loot their bodies rather. How many logs do I have? I have 8. I got 8 loggies. Here's some more. One, and that one, and that one. That one, and that one. Yeah, if I were to keep exploring, we'll probably have to fight more fellas. And they're not, like, impossible to fight, but it's a bit of an arduous fight to do by yourself. I would probably want to come back there once I've gotten some better weapons. And we do have ranged weapon. Well, we have ranged weapon, singular. We have the sling and the pebbles, which is better than nothing. Obviously, it's nice to have some variety, but yeah, there's going to be a need for more than that. There's the stuff. I'm gonna guess you're gonna say it's gonna need to be a healing salve, not just like a regular fella. A one tap that one guy. That's exciting. Bop. Right. Now let it be known we did level previously, which is great and all, but we've yet to find anybody that can help us spend our level up points. In this game, when you level up, you get like learning points, but you need to find somebody who can instruct you. You can't just like learn stuff on your own necessarily, which is fairly realistic, honestly. I think that's fair. The idea of like I kill my 30th squirrel and I just have that matrix like oh hey, now I know how to do this now. Holy shit, I know how to do a double kick. I know how to do a fucking a heavy attack or some shit. So the idea that you need to find someone to teach you, dare I say, maybe a slightly, ever so slightly Morrowindian approach to leveling up, which I can appreciate. And we got Shake. What's up, Shake? By the way, the joke that I make frequently, and I make many of the same joke over and over again, is I should make like a drinking game, or at least like a bingo board for just the things I always say, because there's kind of things I just always say, and that's one of them. Alex makes a comparison to Morrowind. Wow, holy moly, he talked about Morrowind. That never happens. Wowee. So I know I'm anything but unpredictable. But this is Drova, Forsaken Kin. Pretty cool little game. Pretty cool little game. It is clearly an RPG, as you can probably tell. Pretty neat little RPG. It is, for me, I would say it's a mix of a really cool other action RPG we played a little while back called Pale Coins. So it reminds me of that one, and maybe a mix of like Scald Beneath the Black Priory. That's another really good one. By the way, our guy got injured, so we're eepy. He says, I want to sleep here, bro. Well, fine. I'm gonna find one that's not being slept in. This one. However long it takes for us to heal. Thank you, Shake, for that raid. And he says, nice cock. When have I ever said that? I never make the same joke all the damn time. I have such a wide variety of comments and jokes and references. I'm definitely not just a fucking like millennial walking what's the word? Walking stereotype in a short package. Real life is filled with skills, both learned and from experimentation. Correct. Sexual or otherwise, it is extremely correct. We need to find the healer person. Looking for Cora. Do you know where Cora is? She's not here. Took off to the Remnants camp. That's where we're going. Gosh darn it. Gosh darn it, man. How do you treat wounds properly? The answer is, go on, beer. We do have beer. We do have beer on our person. What? I don't know. We said a shoulder a couple times. That's about it. First step is to dislocate your shoulder. What if somebody was bitten by a ripper? A ripper. Pretty painful. Just tough it out. Just don't get it. What about alleviating the pain? There was this one thing. Dipping it in hot sulfuric acid. Boiling hot sulfuric acid. That'll burn away the damaged tissue. There you go. There you go. It's that simple. Just chop off the arm that was bitten, and you're all set. Shake was playing some baby stuff. Oh, baby steps. That's right. That's right. The Devolver game that looked incredible. Some Rift Wizard 2, The King is Watching, and some baby steps, baby. Hell yeah, man. Good stuff, man. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Shake's got the clippy. And I'm always down for the shaky clips. Thank you for that raid, man. We, of course, got to play some games with Shake over the weekend. Actually, we got to play a bunch of games with Shake this past week between multiple Helldiver sessions, some Slay the Spire 2, and of course some Spelunky and attempted Magicka over the weekend. It was a good week and a good weekend for Alex. And thank you for that raid, man. Always do appreciate you. Let's see what happened to baby steps recently. Whoop.
It would have been very funny if my lantern had stayed up there.
And you're just left to be in the dark. Yep. Yep.
I appreciate that you wait for me to reach the bottom, Nate.
This is gonna be one of those where you, oh!
The fuck was that?
Fucking launched.
Good God.
God. I want to play this game. I'm worried though that I will see more of myself in the protagonist than I want to admit that I do. For one thing, I don't
appreciate that you wait for me to reach
do the
bottom,
crotch
Nate.
cam very often, but I will acknowledge
That is so. The fuck was
I
that?
do have the sweatpants. I do have the sweatpants for it. I do have the sweatpants for it, so unfortunately, for better or for worse, I got one half of the uniform down. I got one half of the uniform down. I'm not wearing a gray hoodie, I'm wearing a blue hoodie. Oh fuck, I'm like 2/5 the way there. Jesus. And right now my beard is fairly well kept. My hair's kind of messy though. Yeah, it's like it begins, man. It begins. Stereotypes, they're spilling over. They spilleth over. Very good though. Very good. Thank you for sharing that, Jake. I really ought to play the game. I think I would really enjoy it. It looks fucking wild. Some procedural ass sweat, bro. I don't doubt it. It looks like some next level shit for sure. But thank you again though, Shake. I know it is getting late, so no worries if you have to hop off and deal with thing. But thank you for that raid. As always, whenever Shake raids, he raids me all the damn time. I always feel like I need to specify that, you know, the raids are never expected, but of course they are appreciated. But never an expectation. I'm just happy to be gaming with you guys on Sundays. That's always something I look forward to. I should be good for this Sunday as well. Maybe we can abduct Alias and you know, prevent him from embarking on these Noita tournaments that are wildly fulfilling creatively for him. You know, they're fulfilling. They're good for building his community. They're good for, you know, what he clearly excels at when it comes to organizing tournaments and that kind of like esports direction of leading a community. But it's all about what I selfishly want. So, you know, we have to have Alias bound and gagged so he can play EDF with us. I think it's only fair. Yo, what's up, Nyara? There's a Baby Steps co-op mod that does sound very fun. That does sound very fun. If it's 4 players, then I think we found the new friend slop game for Sundays. If it goes up to 4 players, then that would be a dick fest of a time. So yeah, that's something I'd be curious about. I mean, it's probably one of those where playing it solo is good to like its basic familiarity, but yeah, that would be potentially a very silly time. I'm always down for that. But thank you again, Shake. Thank you for that raid. Looking forward to some games this Sunday. That is with schedules willing, but I think I should at least be good this Sunday. I don't think I have anything that would be get in the way necessarily. Getting back into the games once again. This is a really cool little action RPG. This one came out back in October of 2024, actually. So it's actually been out for like a year and a half by now, but it's really good so far. And there's a mobile port coming in hot on April 23rd. So this one's I'm playing the Steam version right now. One I'm playing is on Steam. It's also on Nintendo Switch, and I think a couple other places, probably like Xbox and PlayStation. It's coming to iOS and Android the 23rd. And this is the Steam version. I'm really enjoying it so far. They got 4 players, Niara. Beautiful, beautiful. Add it to the list. Add it to the list. That's perfect. Thank you, Niara, for sharing the intel. It's that good intel I love to hear. In fact, while we're talking about it, I'm bringing up Discord right now. I'm messaging the homies. I'm gonna say, hold up. It has come to my attention that Baby Steps, the goofy ass game that Shake was playing, a mod that allows 4-player co-op. Supposedly, there are collisions between players, and that it's a certified dick fest. Message sent. They'll see what the boys think. Let the council decide. The council shall decide your fate. Thank you for that intel, Niara. I'm always down for suggestions, either for just the stuff I do here or stuff with the homies, and that'd be perfecto. Perfecto. All right, so confirmation time. Angelo does confirm that yes, there was an ointment that worked well on wounds. Had earth root. I don't know. It might help with something like that. So we have the exact recipe. We can make the goods. Where can I find the earth root? I mean, we actually already know that. Are you certain? How could I be certain? I don't know shit. Or was fiddling around with earth root while making the ointment. That's all I know. Something's not right here. I can smell a rat, so spill it. Uh-oh. I was just curious. Asking for a friend. Alright. So, if I want to make the healing ointment, and I do, bam. I made it. So now we'll go back to the lady, and we'll give her the healing ointment, and I preserved her what's the word? Her dignity, by not telling the homies that she got her ass kicked by a roaming ripper fella. And she'll say, for anybody who is curious, if you notice our guy's name, Xavier Renegade Angel, reference to that ridiculous and completely absurd, batshit out the ass, stupid, what's it called? Adult Swim show that I like so much. We haven't really been role-playing that game. I mean, this is really much of a, like, role-playing kind of role-playing game, if that makes any sense. We haven't really been playing it too much like a bumbling idiot, any more so that we already are a bumbling idiot. But I haven't had any moments to have a Xavier Renegade Angel moment just yet. Let's return to the lady and give her the goods, and she'll be very pleased. Or at least relieved. This. Ooh, a whole bunch of extra stuff, including the lockpicks. Cool. I should go back to... well, there's 2 things. There's 2 things that would require a lockpick that we've seen so far. That one cave is one of them, so let's return to that cave then. Goods. Sounds good, Moonsmite. Thanks for hanging out with us, man. Some good sleepies. We'll see you on the old flippy dippy, as they call it. Nobody calls it that. I keep trying to make it a thing. It's never worked. It's never twerked. What about Funny Raccoon Game? Funny you mentioned that, Grim. Funny you mentioned that. There was one of the streamers I followed. They were streaming that game, and I was like, "That's an interesting title. What the fuck is this?" And oh Jesus, oh Jesus, wandered into the wrong area. I popped in the stream for a little bit. I was like, "This looks like some crackhead energy. I'm interested." I'm interested, but what I'm like, I don't understand what I'm seeing, but I like what I'm seeing. Oop. Oop. No, I didn't hoop enough. I'm losing the focus. Got his ass. Yeah, those guys are annoying to fight, and we don't have, like, the mostest amount of damage to, like, handle it properly. Gonna re-find that cave. If I can get that one chest opened up. Have a good night, Niara. Thanks for hanging out, friends. Thanks for hanging out, and also thanks to those who came in from the raid from Mr. Shaky Mans. No clue what's going on. Yeah, to be honest, after watching for a little bit, I don't know what was going on either, but it looks like it would be my jam. It has that kind of crackhead energy that I'm kind of into, so yes, I'm kind of down for this. All right, so our first time doing the lockpick. Let's see, is it going to be like a Skyrim lockpicking deal? Keep the needle inside the blue shape. So left click to move to the left, right click to move to the right. Once the green gauge is full, you have picked the lock. We have 2 attempts for this because we have 2 picks. The red gauge fills up more than halfway, then the lockpick will break. So stay in the blue shape. So it's like a balancing act. Good. Ooh, this is tough. We got it. Only barely, but we got it. Cluster bomb and some money and an iron pouch. Consumable. Well, it's not our first consumable, but yes, we found one. These things, by the way. Some money and a diamond. Those are forever. Pretty cool. Crack items. Just so the cluster bomb would be considered a consumable, technically. Epic crafting material. We take a little nap because our guy did get a little bit slapped around by the Spriggy boy earlier. How do people come up with that stuff? I can only assume it's drugs. I can only assume it's drugs. I mean, not always. It's not always the answer. But it is at least sometimes the answer. Not to dismiss creative energy, and it's also not to make it sound like that's a bad thing. I'm not here to be like, fucking druggies. I'm over here like, yes, drugs. It's creative. It's, you know, use it responsibly, and, you know, I ideally, especially if you're new to it, use it like with someone you trust to guide you in the experience. But yeah, I mean, fucking who cares? Just fucking do whatever, man. Just be responsible. Don't do anything too risky, and don't not fucking heroin, obviously, like nothing, not like the hard shit, but you know, some fucking weed, like who cares? About your injury, I got the ointment. Like one of the ones Corey used to make. Is that the good shit? It'll heal now. Swelling's gone down, doesn't itch anymore. Make it back to the camp, no one will notice a thing. I didn't tell anybody either. Got some experience for our troubles. So let's see, was that the last of the peeps? Or are there still peeps to find? Oh, I guess, Agilo, we need to get him sorted out as well. What if these repopulate the healing cells? I bet they do. Maybe I could collect those things, but there's like there's like the standard ones, and there's the big boys. Yeah, I think these things are regrowing, which makes plenty of sense. Probably same thing with the pebbles. It'd be kind of weird if it was a finite resource, especially for the pebbles, given that that's a ranged weapon ammo. We haven't actually found any place we could buy those from. We could keep exploring around, but yeah, let's kind of head back. Well, let's take a look. So, so that should resolve Laria's situation. Like 5 logs, so we're good there. I think Angelio still said he wants to help, but he's like temporarily the cook, and he doesn't want to be the cook because he's bad at it and he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. He'd rather be a woodcutter. And the cook guy made for the camp, the remnants camp. Sounds like that's ultimately where we'll need to go, and inevitably. Said Blonde. Alright, so let's actually see if Huntress Lady is here. Hello, doggy. Sounds like my post-Amsterdam doctor follow-up. Funny you say that, Grim. Gracie and I, actually, no, I can't take credit for this. I can't really say Gracie and I for this one because, and all jokes aside, she deserves all the credit for this. So before Grace and I got married, we got married in January 2023, and I think it was February 2022 was when Russia started their whole bullshit where they invaded Ukraine and fucking like fucked everything up. And at the time, Gracie had this house because we weren't married yet. We were engaged but not married. And she was like, "Well, how can I help?" And at one point, she was like, "Well, I got like an extra bedroom. She could sponsor basically a Ukrainian immigrant. If there was like people there that want to not be there and want to be somewhere safer, she was like, I could sponsor someone here for like, you know, a year, like a half a year or something like that, however long it takes for them to get on their feet." So she sponsored a Ukrainian woman named Anastasia, and she lived here for about a year and a half. And Gracie and I got married in January, so there was like a 6-month overlap where it was Gracie and I plus one roommate. And she's doing great now. She's got a job, she's got her own car, she's doing great. We still hang out with her every so often. And there was one time where she was telling us a story where before they came here, first she came here, she saw one of her doctors just for like a regular checkup. And at the time, there was like something with the stomach that was bothering her. And she was saying like, "I can't believe the doctor asked this." The doctor was like, when was the last time you got laid?" And she answered whatever the answer was. And he was like, "That's the answer. Just get laid more often. That'll clear it right up." So I'm over here like, well, damn, apparently Ukrainian penises are magic and can do all kinds of magic stuff. So holy shit. Next time I got a tummy ailment, Anastasia, need to give me the hookup with one of your boys so I can take care of my business. Then whenever I think of like questionable doctor practices, I'm just imagining this Ukrainian doctor being like, "Just find penis. Penis will solve every problem for you. Next patient, please." So I'm over here like, damn, what kind of fly-by-night doctor shit is that? What the hell? Could the fellow we talked to earlier have skills? There was the guy we talked to at the start, like when he first popped in. His thing was gonna tell us about the arena, which is pretty far away from here. That'll probably be later in the game, I guess. By the way, good that you're back safe and sound. Here's big experience, very nice, and more learning points. I want to show you my appreciation. Here's my old slingshot. Like the thicket next to you whenever you are sneaking up on a rat fella. How to gut animals, that's helpful. Also, what about the Ripper? I killed his ass. Not everyone can take him on. Well, he was already very wounded. He gave me some money. Here you go. Buy yourself something special. Oh, I hadn't even thought about that, Merlin. You might be right, actually, because the reason I was at first not so sure was because when we first entered the camp, he did a tutorial with us. Him and one of the other guys were arguing about two-handed weapons versus sword and board, like sword and shield. And he had you go through like a tutorial of both. Here's what it's like fighting with a two-handed weapon. Here's what it's like fighting with a sword and shield. I'm assuming that if I were to talk to him again and say, "What was that about sword and shield again?" he would just go through that same list of steps earlier, like the tutorial again. But maybe you're right. He might have something new for us, so it might be worth trying. But we know for sure she can teach us something about hunting. Let's try that first. That's the sword lady. Beating the shit out of this poor... Actually, I'm kind of curious if I stand here. She's not hurting me. Poor unsuspecting target dummy. Crash test dummy. He was... or her. Kind of a blonde name, if you ask me. Fight better with an axe. Good choice. Had a few tricks up my sleeve. Hey, you called it, Merlin. You're a goddamn genius. We could raise strength and or dexterity. I guess it becomes the question of what kind of fella do we want to become? Do we want to be an axe badass? Do we want to be a hunter person? Let's take a look at our options here. Better fighting stance. More damage. And also the ability execute. Basic ass fighting. So, big damage. If you kill an opponent using execute, you'll regain the focus points for the skill. That's cool. Kind of encourages you to do like some cleave action. That's pretty slick. We can't learn it yet though. Our prowess is 15. The amount of learning points you've gained so far. So I can't learn that one yet. I could learn this one though. Oh wait, no, I need basic ass fighting first. Basic ass fighting. Because having it consume the stamina would be really nice. So I can't do that one yet. But of course, I could do these. Could do these. I can do the same with Sword and Shield Lady, and I can also now ask Hunter Lady what she's got. Game looks pretty cool. Yeah, I'm really enjoying it so far. I'm really enjoying it so far, and it's been out for like a year and a half, and I don't know if there's like any more like patches or like content updates coming in hot, but it seems like really great so far. Really enjoying it so far, and there's clearly like a lot to this for sure. Can skin some animals, sell the skins, or use them for crafting. It's only 2 points, sure. Let's do that one. 2 quick ones. I don't have any sharp, like short weapons, like daggers, that kind of thing. Learn skin animal. Anything else? So we can't do this one yet. We need basic slingshot fighting. That one also has a base prowess of 30. Because I'm still fairly early on in the game, I'm in my mind, I'm thinking to myself, well, it'd be cool to like put some points into like more strength, that kind of thing. And maybe I should. I mean, I feel like I normally play games like this with like a melee something. That's usually my kind of default. I wouldn't typically reach for ranged weapons, and I wouldn't typically reach for spellcasting. On the one hand, it's like, well, I always do the same, like, kind of sort of strength-based guy. Whether I'll go for axes, or for sword and shield, or for something else, we'll see. But what I might go ahead and do is spend a bit of points on that strength upgrade. More physical damage. Is that ranged? Oh, better chance for crit. Okay. Not much. Yeah, 1.2%. It's not much. I'll have enough in the back pocket for like another like fancy schmancy ability if I could find one of those. I usually go for two-handed weapons. Yeah, two-handed weapons usually are what I kind of lean towards in games like this. I mean, sometimes though, in a game like this, going for like quick stabby attacks like a dagger, like some kind of swashbuckler kind of build where you're quick and you're nimble and you like dash in, bop, 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 do the stabbies, and then dash out, like that can be satisfying too. So it all kind of depends. Like I don't want to overcommit just yet. But what I will say is that whatever I go for probably will be strength involved, probably will be physical damage involved in some way. So, like, that's probably a fair assumption that going for strength is, like, solid. Go for that. That finished up one of those quests, at least. And then Jindrik is somewhere. Where is Jindrik? Pick up some flowers real quick. Picking up the posies. The mushroom. I'm sure I've been over this way before, but regrown. For the long hair blonde fella. He's somewhere about. He wants the woods, and I got the woods, and it's gonna be goods. Yeah, buffs like physical attack damage, yeah, just across the board, which is really nifty. They'll have a lot of general use. Oh, maybe he's by the bridge, actually. Bridge was up this way. Yeah, let's run up that way real quick. We might have enough to kind of advance this quest forward, mayhaps, perchance. He is not here. Where is the guy? Maybe I misread. The logging site in the south. Okay, I thought we were like meeting him back at the base. That is not where we're going. Ow. I got caught by the thicket, and now I got the bleeds, man. Logging site to the south. It's probably going to be down there, maybe. Eggy's up there, but I can't reach that one. I guess actually I haven't ventured very far south yet. I just kind of went north and never really looked back, honestly. New opportunities. New possibilities. That one merchant didn't really have much for buying or selling. Well, not so much selling, but didn't really have much for buying. He had, you know, some resources and a couple of recipes, but yeah, no weapons that were any better than what I have. The weapon I have right now is much better. Is the best thing we've found so far by a pretty wide margin. Got his ass. Those. I like the little loading bar that shows like, I lost track of him. Good. Get mad. Whew. Whew. Hup. Hup. Okay, nice. Got him. Got both. With one fell swoop. Oh, there's like some cool stuff up there. I saw there's like a bird's nest with some eggs in them. Delicious. For scary things that could be lurking and also nice things that could be lurking, such as more of those earth root. Great for making those healing salves, which are a really nice, make for a really nice healing item. Very efficient. Much more efficient than just cramming healing plants into your gullet. Healing salve actually, like, does the work. Does the twerk. Is that a big healing plant? That's a big healing plant. Big. Oh, that path is very, very fancy looking. It's like the proper path. Can't actually squeeze through there. Sounds good, Merlin. Thanks for hanging out, man. I know it is getting late. I'll probably be wrapping up in a little bit myself. I usually go a little bit later. But I do have to be somewhat responsible because I have to get up extra early on Thursdays for work. Cliff Lichen. I'm liking what I'm seeing. Since I have to get up extra early, I have to be somewhat more responsible. I know. Cringe. Terrible. I'm ruining my reputation of like being a gamer, my gamer reputation, by saying that I begrudgingly have to be more responsible on a weekday and not stay up until 5 a.m. playing video games. We all understand. Yeah, you know how that goes. I think every one of us does. Against our wishes. This is just how it go. It's how it do. Ooh, little side waterfall. Never seen one of those in this game. And a new kind of mushroom. Oh my. Oh my. What's this? Apples. Delicious. Do you think somebody dropped this bag of apples in a panic and ran into this cave? Only one way to find out, baby. Yeah, I understand all too well, Merlin. As we all get older, as our bodies begin to deteriorate, as our brains break down and turn slowly to ash and dust, and also just our obligations as grown-ups. That's the other one too. Just, you know, inevitably, it just kind of happens. But also our bodies deteriorating and our spines turning to dust. All those things are also accurate. Hello, friend. We found a dude. How's it going, dude? Are you okay in here? Your torn rags look a lot like my torn rags. Oh wait. What do you want from me? What are you doing here? Because I live here, bro. What does it look like? It looks like nobody lives here. Do you always visit strangers and tell them that their homes look terrible? Damn, bitch, you live like this?
Oh.
That's it. That's the whole conversation. Can I steal from him? No. If I do, he will get angry. He was a little bit bothered that I smacked that thing. I'm noticing that... Here's a good example. So, if I grab one of the apples, it's like... It's not red hand. Not red hand to pick up the apple like it is red hand to pick up the pickaxe. But it is Oh, never mind, never mind. I was gonna say, I see it's purple. Okay, never mind. I answered my own question. It's all red hand. Yeah, it's all red hand. Okay, well, in that case, I will not fuck with him. I'm not that mean. I was thinking maybe he'd have a quest for us or something, but no, he's just living in a cave, just chilling out, hanging out, doing his thing. But, I don't know. Maybe there will be a quest with that lad later. Who knows? For now, that's it. We'll leave him be. I mean, for all I know, maybe there's a quest to deliver something to him. And if I would have killed him now, it would have been a problem. Speaking of problems, well, the fellas, do I attempt to take him on? Oh, boy. I don't know if I'd be able to take that fight, honestly. 3 of those guys, and I still have, like, the baby equipment for babies. Never did find the logging site to the south. A little concerning. This does snake around, so I can probably get around the asses. Entirely possible, maybe I don't have to go that way, necessarily. What are these? Oh, those are the dead bugs we fought earlier. That's right. Is that a extremely large healing plant? It might be. Logging site in the south. Yeah, I'm hoping I'll know when I see it. See if I can just get past these guys. I mean, I could probably fight one at a time. I kind of launch line them through just onesie twosie instead of like all at once. I could... Oh, fuck my butt. I could probably do that. Ooh, I didn't want to do that. Yeah, I should have changed that. I should change that to be... I don't know. What's a consumable thing? Apples. That's a crafting material. What's crafting? Oh, right. Like cooking, basically. Cluster bomb. Like that's a fairly rare resource. Like hard to acquire resource. The stringy meats. I don't want to put anything. Can I just like take that off? Yeah, I'll just clear it. Just clear it. Yeah. Oh, they all pissed. A little bit careful here, because I don't want to back up too much into things that are otherwise scary and not good. Ow! Ow! Hup! Hup! Let's see, I know I can get him at least... Oh, he ran away. I know I can get at least one more. No, sir. No, sir. I saw the little loading bar. The Windows loading bar. Heal. Oh. He did heal. What a cheater. Resting to heal? Who would ever do that? I would never dream of doing that exact thing that I've done multiple times tonight. And in other video games, such as Morrowind. A game I never talk about. A whole bunch of fellas, but nothing too scary. Oh, no, that's something. Not what I was expecting to see. Ruins of sorts. Not a logging site, obviously. That little peninsula there. Curious. Is this the logging site? It's something. Pointies. Jagged bronze axe. I mean, axes are... Oh, there's a cave down there. I want to make some of those healing salves. I might know a little bit. You know what? I'm going to do it now. Make... Yeah, 6 of them, sure. Yep. Got those on the action button. Action thing. Yeah, there's a lot of them. There's just no way. There's just no way. So this is the gang of the Rippers they were telling us about that are a problem. We've confirmed they're here. They're a problem. We really don't have the firepower to deal with them. He said bring them to the logging site. south of here. Good. I'm just gonna run. I could, you know what? I could probably take the fucking hell. I'm gonna do that a lot. I could probably take the emaciated fella. If he's full health. I'll be here for a while. You know what? Nah, fuck this. Fuck this shit. I'm out. I think if I just run far enough away, he'll leave my ass alone. Oh, except this is a dead end. This is a dead end. Yep. Oh, there we go. There we go. Unless I need to sneak past these fellers. Would not be a simple concept. Keep heading south. Well, I'm gonna hit I'm at the end of this peninsula. Huh. I'm gonna feel like a real doofus dumbass McGee if the wood cutting site was just like really obvious, or I just like I just blinded past it like a dingus. The nice thing is that, yeah, if an enemy gets aggro on you, you can just keep running and they'll eventually leave you alone. That is actually kind of nice. So no like forced encounters like, oh, I have to deal with this. Have to fight this thing. Can just turn heel and run the fuck away. No one will judge. Too loudly, at least. Logging site. I'm hoping I'll know when I see it. I mean, maybe it's on the that main path there. I was actually hoping I could just reach it from here. Cannot. Let's go around these kind of ridges. Maybe that will reveal everything. Oh, is this the site? I mean, there's logs. I mean, or there's wood. Here? Or here? I'm guessing I'll know when I find the guy. They, of course, did follow the path and went to the bridge, and the guy wasn't there. Looking elsewhere, but yeah, it's like I'm running out of ideas. Maybe there's something else we have to do in the meantime to trigger that guy into doing stuff. Or maybe I need to talk to the other guy first. Now we're like wrapping back around. We've seen that area already. Let's talk to the boss of the camp and see if he has something. We need to talk to him, and then that kind of ushers forth the next step. Entirely possible. Shh, there's the cook fella. Where's the boss man's? Huntress lady. Boss man's is right here. Larry is back. Here's some coins. What about the camps earlier? What place is this? The bridge busted. Yeah, the stuff we've known. All right, so maybe I need to talk to some of the other guys. Honestly, going back to drink that water. Let's talk to this guy. Supposed to be up with the bridge. There's a. All right, so maybe this whole time I just needed to talk to him. People need their food. You need help? The meat is sizzling the pot, so that helps. Go up the hill. The storage pits, right. I want some apples. I'll bring you the apples. So I guess I should have talked to him a lot sooner. Here are 3 apples. It might keep the healer away, but that's hardly a meal. That's all there was, man. Someone might be stealing from the storage pits. Oh, I know exactly who it is. Could it be a thief? Yes, I know exactly who it is. What a disaster. Let me think. Berries. Gero has collected some. Not a full meal, but it's better than nothing. Experience for our troubles. Bring me 5 berries. For your berries. At last, food. Sure they're all edible? I know what I'm doing. I've watched the other guy enough. How hard could it be? It's probably good, and so long as nobody keels over, I know I've done it right. Instantly shits pants and head explodes. Well, at least it's hot. Turned out pretty well. Only a minor stomach ache. Dark brown liquid that smells like swamp water. Nah, I'm still pretty full. More of it for us then. Got some recipes. Not sure if I've done it right, but it tastes good enough. Cool. Hero's food was the best. I don't know how he pulled it off, man. You're passing through the remnants camp. They might not let you in, but if they do, talk with Gero and see how he's doing. And more about the remnants. Everyone in Drova is so sure that Namaton can become the land of legends. Maybe it's better off over in the other camp. Can I find them? Just keep heading west. Don't go through the wilderness. It's dangerous out there. Kind of danger. For idiots, at least. Keep an eye out for any person by called and whipping up food. Alright, I'll tell the guy that he's got the goods. Here's if we already learned the recipe. I guess we already know whatever recipe he gave us. Oh, this thing's way better. What the heck? The whole time I assumed the axe I had was way better. Oh, I need more of the goods to use it. I need 22 of the goods. So I need like another... Basically like another level or 2. Maybe 2 levels. I'll be able to use the jagged bronze axe. Jagged bronze ass. You get is that one. That's a better slingshot. So you can sell the old one, which is nice. And then... Oh, yeah, so now I'm wondering, do I go back and retake the apples? I mean, it's probably a done deal. But that's the thing, if I would have stolen that guy's apples back, I bet it's entirely possible the recipe we would have gotten would have been quite different. This strange stew. What was the strange stew? It was meats and mushrooms and berries. If it was meats and mushrooms and apples, I wonder if it would have been different. So ultimately, we will be heading towards the remnants camp. That much is inevitable. I will go and sell some stuff to this lad. Unless maybe he has more stuff for us. She's a skilled hunter. For the goods. So, sure enough, nothing new here. Red shroom tincture. I thought it said restroom tincture, and I got excited. So we don't have harpy feathers or more wheat. We don't have calashrooms. Got that honey, though. And a bunch of torches. And reverbed moss. And of wandering feather. So I'm going to sell the old stuff. So I need that still. We need that still. Sell the crude sling. I'll sell any of these puppies. Anything else that is like a commodity. Like a trading commodity. Instead of a crafting material. Because crafting material could still be useful. That diamond, for instance. But that also is a crafting material, apparently. Actually, not a lot of things. I mean, some of these things are somewhat valuable. Well, the ore actually is not very valuable. Sap is not either. The apples are not. Silver is actually not that great. The diamond's worth a decent bit, but... I think we'll just stick with that then. So just sell off some of those guys. I guess I have an extra shield, too, that I don't need. And coins. Accept. Out of curiosity, just so I'm clear. Oh, that's right. It's not that I had an extra shield. It's that that's the one I had previously. That's the only one I got. Okay, so now I think we're all set then, right? Oh, we do have a quest. Okay, let's talk to the boss man. There is a quest. Yeah, I mean, I could just go fucking confront him now, but I don't know if he's gonna want me to kill him or to steal the apples back or what, or talk to him. Maybe we can diplomacy our way through it. Somebody's stealing from the storage pits. Can never identify them. There's someone outside of our camp. An apple thief is on the prowl. 2 coins if you figure it out. I'll take care of it. Find him at night.
Huh.
So that's all he's got for us then. So yeah, going to the Remnants camp would be the next thing. 5 logs, yeah. Working on the bridge, right. Kind of nice if I could ask people, like, yeah, where else is that one dude? Woodcutters. George Farm. Yeah, George Farm. I guess that's where I'm going, ultimately, is George Farm. Maybe it's, like, crazy south. Like, maybe it's, like, down here or something? I thought it was maybe that guy. That's the Remnants camp, clearly. Or maybe it's that one there. Go check on the bridge real quick. See if anybody else over there might have anything new for us. Erland, and there's Agilo doing his thing. No dice of where that lad is. And he is the last kind of missing link with this quest line, so far as I can tell. South of, like, unclear. Yeah, this is the woodcutters. If you were to keep going, following this path that leads to the Remnants camp. George Farm. That kind of makes me think, like, south this way, basically. Like, I already went as far south as we were allowed, basically. Maybe the idea is we have to do the Remnant camp stuff first. Maybe that's what's going on. Not just dicking around the cauldron. Yeah, nothing new. Merlin, do you have nothing new either? Someone's doing from the storage pits. Who could it be? It's fresh footprints. Ah, there's a side quest. There's more side quest progress for that one. Someone's building a fire. Not safe down there. Let's go ahead and go meet that fella. We already know what's going on down there. We bumbled into him. We were accidentally kind of rude to him. His place does look like shit. Now it's gonna be extra shitty when we roll in and he's gonna be like, and we're gonna accuse him of stealing, and he might get a little defensive about the whole thing. Sing can maybe catch him in the act, or if I just find him in his little cave area, that'll do it too. Is that cave right there? I think it was, actually. I think that's the exact one. Hello, fellow. I know we were literally just here. Back for part 2. This time I might be stealing everything you have.
Huh?
I got a cool shiny ring. Huh, what is it? What are you doing by yourself? Where do you get your apples, by the way? None of your business, he says. Flop sweat profusely, rather. Get out of my cave now, he says. Surviving on your own must be tough, man, here. Tell me about it. Sometime earlier, I wanted to work for the fella, Singiz, for a more reliable income, but he didn't want to give me the time of day. I'm just on my own down here. Sounds pretty rough. It is rough. I found Singiz a storage pit, Figured I'd help myself to something from them. Looking for people. You're out of work. You could both benefit, man. We'll be nice about this. And know he needed people. That all changes things. How long's it been since you've talked to him? If he wouldn't give you the time of day previously, he definitely needs stuff now. I'll put in a good word for you. It beats having to murder you to death. They do say that they need any, like, pair of hands to do stuff. I'll still sleep in my cave at night, but the rest of the day I'll work for you guys. Please don't tell him I stole from the storage pit. He'll never take me on otherwise. I'll do it. I'll do it. I think that, like, a little bit of missing food in the short term is worth an extra pair of hands for laboring in the long term. Given that their whole thing is that they're losing people to this other camp. So, beggars can't be choosers. Wait for you south of the camp. You got it. Runs away, and now I make off with anything left here, including a bronze pickaxe that is not a crappy one, and a bunch of apples. Now, oddly enough, there's apples I cannot pick up. I can probably sell the old pickaxe. Oh, never mind. It's the same one. I have two of them now. Okay. He's gonna be mad that after all that I still stole from him. I do kind of like how in this game, you know how it is in some RPGs, you accomplish a part of a quest line, they say like, I'll meet you by the blank blank, and then like they just teleport to their destination. Like how in this game, if you wanted to, at least you could physically like watch where they're going and follow them accordingly. NPCs actually have to move from one destination to the other. That's a nice little bonus. Go to the fella. I found a friend. He's dressed exactly like me. Actually, we look more similar than I would otherwise think. Who the hell is this? Looking for work. You know how to chop wood? Not really, but what's there to know? You fucking swing, the wood falls away. There's more to it than that, but Gendra can teach you everything. Few coins as you go, you get a meal, a place to sleep. If you're incapable, we'll kill you, or we'll fire you, but killing is more fun. Port to Gendrick. Nicely done. Take this for the new workers. So, I want to find Gendrick. I'm gonna follow you. Oh, he's over here? Here it is. He's been here the whole time. So they said it was south. Oh, I think I see. It was south of where he was. I thought it was south of the camp. The logging site in the south. Oh, I thought it was like south of the camp area, not south of where we fought the Spriggy boys. Although, I suppose I should have thought of that, honestly. I guess that's kind of on me for not thinking about that. So that's on me. That's on me, big dog. And of course, I got a bunch of cool things. It's actually a lot easier to navigate and avoid scary things when it's bright as fuck out. Broad-ass daylight. Anyway, he requested I bring him 5 logs. I'm doing more than that. I'm doing more than my part. I'm bringing him like 20. Got the goods for you, homie. I got the goods, skis. Including other goods. A workbench. A lump of iron. None of this appears to be...
How?
None of this appears to be like stuff that is owned by others, so it's not considered stealing. One or two we could make, maybe not so much the strange stew, but we could make like leather and stone arrows, all kinds of goodies. Throwing knives, nice. Coins, get another lump of iron. Like lighten the fireplace. Not that it's like necessary, but it just kind of looks neat. So homey. Homey and cozy. Break that thing? No, I cannot. So I see a vase, I want to break it, man. It's just what Legend of Zelda has taught me over the years. I got the goods. Anything else I can bring to him? I mean, there's so many logs around. I believe it was here the whole time, and my doofus self just never even picked it up. Never put 2 and 2 together. Doing a pretty good job of cutting wood, honestly. Do you have the wood? I got the goods. I'm sporting some pretty good wood right now. Log splitter. Do I get to do the wood cutting myself now? Alright. We're doing it. Is it a minigame? Oh, log splitter. I mean, it can't just be any old axe. Gotta be a log splitter specifically. Bam. Here we go. Minigame time? Minigame timing game thingy? Really good log is a split log. Chop wood. Okay, maybe no minigame. That's fine. Control and strength. Right. Shoulders force, who's boss, he says. I really enjoy doing this, you can tell. This is my one hobby, man. I just love chopping wood. We're the ones that have left. 3 people have left so far. So Finlay, he's a lazy bum anyway. And then Cassia left. She was pretty diligent. Then Gero, the not the sharpest, but a good cook. Gillo hasn't left, but he's has not left yet, but he's the cook right now. What if the wood did chop itself? Just broing out with this guy. A little bonding experience. I'm pulling back just because there's no fountain of youth out here. Why'd they leave anyway? It's lost hope. They'd rather be hewers than the remnants camp. People rack up a lot of debt while working there, and then they won't let you leave. Oh, interesting. Hence, there could be a nefarious aspect to all this. Why didn't they go to Nematon? They don't accept anybody. Suspicious of everyone out there, he says. Fun reminiscing, honestly. Back when I was an arena fighter back in the day. Cheering, the jeering, the pissing, all of it. Did you use an axe in those fights too? That'd be too easy. Fought with my fists. Ah, no weapons in the arena. That's probably for the best. I got my opponents in a headlock. They were out of there. Good. Why didn't you find any more? It's just hard on the body when you get older. It's the way it is. Look pretty strong to me. Hopping helps me stay in shape. There was also something else. I was in the arena. I was with Sorcha. I'm gonna quit the arena. Found her with someone else named Gra, another fighter. Tough guy, anyway. What'd you do then? Tried to strangle his ass. That was a little bit rash, but... And he messed me up with his axe. And they were gone. That was done with the arena and the remnants. Sinjas gave me a chance, though. Or Singiz. I'm a woodcutter. Not as glorious of a life as being an arena battler, but still. Past dead and buried, he says. Right, I kind of appreciate these backstories of some of the otherwise forgettable side characters, having like some backstory and potentially some future side plots, side stories, side quests, I guess. It's kind of a nice setup, honestly. Enough about me. What are you doing here? On my way to Nematon. I don't just take anyone. You have to convince them. But they're not out of breath already. Alright, best get ahead here. Remnants will accept you with open arms, but they might not let you leave. Can't trust the women, he says. They'll run off with another guy in a heartbeat, he says. As based on his experience, at least. The Nima tenants, they're better protected. But they're choosy about who they let in. Gotta do some favors. What about better equipment? Then just gonna give you decent clothes. I mean, not so much clothes as in like armor. That'd be ideal. Good equipment. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Blonde and Karima, we learned, we talked with them already. Thing hardly hurts anymore, he says. Are there other places like this one? Independent farms, looters. Remnant camp's the big one, though. Chops wood in solidarity. The road heading west, right. And just, I guess, follow it all along. Can't miss it, he says. Yeah, of course, the bridge is the issue there. Alright. Quack, quack. That's enough wood for now. Chopped is chopped, he says. +1 strength. Nice. Helps keep you strong. Just gotta be quick. Learn to dash. Oh, cool. Reduce the distance between yourself and the opponent. Save your bacon sometimes. Gotta get stronger. Off to repair the bridge. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Teach me something. Just strength and dexterity. He's just a wood seller. All right. See you around, fella. All right. Well, that went pretty well, and we like to think we done good by getting another wood chopping fella. Everybody's doing their thing now, so if I go talk to this guy now. Where's the boss man's? Oh, that is the boss man's. Everyone's chopping wood, or not chopping wood, working on the bridge now. Not all thumbs about it. I got work clothes now. It's a little bit musty, but it's something though. And we got the level. And also like major like step forward in the story, apparently. Anything else to be done? Just wait for the bridge to be repaired. After that, we'll see. Keep using the tent for the time being. Get some rest there. Go to the camp. Stick to the pathways. Monsters are pretty aggressive, as we saw.
Huh.
But yeah, couldn't find anything on the apple thief. Sorry, bud. That concludes that little bit. Here we go. Work clothes. But bam, a little bit of armor, and I really do mean just a little bit. Not exactly like a a pair of like a set of like leather gear or anything, but it's something. It is something. We're still a little bit short on this guy, but not too much longer to go. We have just basically one more level. Yeah, one more level will be, and I think we'll be able to use the jagged bronze axe, which will be a decent upgrade for sure. Now, in the meantime, I think I'll sell a couple odds and ends.
Huh?
Greetings. Not that there's very many odds and ends to sell. I'll sell that one, hang on to that guy. We don't need 2 of these. Log splitter. Keep the wooden plank. Sell my old rags, which are worth hardly anything. Got the throwing knives recipe. I forgot to learn that earlier. One lockpick. More lockpicks would be nice. Guess I could attempt to use the lockpick on that one mysterious chest from earlier. I have a suspicious feeling it's probably nothing that amazing. Except, got to go. Throwing knives guy, which is nifty. Curious about that dash ability. Dash headlong into your line of sight. So it costs focus. And actually, the focus we have right now, the starting focus is what, 15? Yeah, base focus is 15. So you have to land an attack, obviously, to get that. But yeah, if you land an attack... Also, I'm too scared to try it. If you just, like, attack in the vicinity of a person, if they'll take damage, I'm not going to try that. I try it like this. Oh, I guess you have to have it selected. Oh, okay, yeah, so right, it's 1 through 4. Right. 4, there we go. I'm not sure if it does damage. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. I guess the idea is that it is oh shit. It is free. It's a free dodge, basically. I don't know if it does damage, but it's a free dodge that doesn't cost stamina. It costs, using the focus, but no stamina use, which is good. How's about this? It is getting late. It is getting late, and this game is, as fully expected, is delightful. I knew this was going to be a good time based on the positive things I'd heard about the game, and I am seeing that is... I'll do slot 1. Save. There we go. Game has been saved. Look at that. Slot 1. Perfect. Now, as expected, this game is good. I had a couple folks recommend it to me, and I'd seen the reviews on Steam were great for it. I was fully convinced it was going to be a good time, and I'm seeing that in practice here as well. So thank you for watching. Thank you to Shake and to Merlin and to Dutson for the raids tonight. Also, special shoutouts goes to the nice folks over at Pound Hound. I'm sorry, not what is it? PR Hound. Pound Hound. Oh, that's the name of a band I remember that I was saying about not too long ago. That's right, because I remember the name PR Hound reminded me of those guys. So no, thanks to PR Hound hooking us up with a review key for this game, which is very nice of them. And again, it is on like a bunch of platforms. It's on Steam. It's on I'm almost positive the Nintendo Switch, and Xbox and PlayStation, and it's about to release on iOS and Android. So if you would like a mobile way of playing this game, which is to say, fucking playing it on the go, that sounds fucking great. That will be available on April 23rd. Now, even though I am not really much of a mobile guy, and I remember we were saying with Ace, I think he'd pointed out that certain games are tricky with like touchscreens and smaller screens. So of course the mobile aspect doesn't always work for everybody. But I mean, there's plenty of folks out there where that is their primary gaming vehicle. So yeah, if it means more people can play this great game, then I'm all for it. It is very good. It's a very cool little game. Highly recommended. Definitely looking forward to playing more of it. However, this week is going to be a couple of other different games. There's a couple of things I've got queued up for the remainder of this week. Kind of out of nowhere, I got a motherfucking review key for the Division 2, Tom Clancy's Division 2 by Ubisoft. I never really had any interest in those games, but yeah, I had an opportunity kind of landed in my lap where it was like a review key kind of opportunity through Ubisoft. It's having its 10-year anniversary. I'm not sure if it's for Division 2 specifically or for the series. But yeah, there's at least some sort of 10-year anniversary for the Division or the Division 2 happening right now, and this is kind of part of a marketing push to get more people to play the game or have people come back to the game or play it for the first time. So I'll be playing that either later this week, maybe early next week, and then and so I might move a couple things around schedule wise. I'm still going to be playing Ink Inside tomorrow and the Coin Game either tomorrow or Saturday. That both of those two games are definitely guaranteed. Ink Inside, there's that game's actually been out for a little bit, but there's a big update dropping tomorrow. So the plan is, assuming I'm able to stream tomorrow, we'll be checking that one out tomorrow. And the Coin Game, I've been holding out on that one because that one had its 1.0 release. However, that release has been marred with some unfortunate bugs and some issues that have been fairly widely reported. The developer is aware of them. He's working on them. It's a solo developer, so, their powers are limited, and it's unfortunate when things slip through the cracks like that, but it happens. Game development is complicated, and it's hard to catch every potential scenario and every, workstation configuration, basically. But those two games are guaranteed for sure. Those two games, the Coin Game and... hold on, let me scroll back up again. The Coin Game and Ink Inside. Ink Inside in particular looks like it'll be a pretty good time. That one is, I think it's the one where the protagonist is voiced by Brian David Gilbert, one of my favorite YouTubers. That'll be a really nice time too. Might be for the whole series. I think you're probably right, Aleph, because it's like I didn't think Division 2 was that old. Actually, I guess I can look it up real quick. Division. Not Divison, Division. ION, yeah. So Division 2 was 2019, and the first one was 2016, clearly. It's kind of surprising that it was a not gigantic gap in between those two games. And I don't know if there's been any other games in the series since then. So it seems like the, I mean, of course, Ubisoft has been doing a lot of other games in the meantime, with mixed results. You know, not everybody loves Ubisoft, myself included, honestly. But I will say they've been good to us. They've been hooking me up with a number of review keys over the last couple weeks. Actually, I guess a couple months even, because I still have that Rayman 30th Anniversary Edition to play, and then also the Switch 2 version of Assassin's Creed Shadows, which surprised the shit out of me, but they gave us look up with that one too. So like, I don't know, are they? Actually, I'm thinking the same thing, Aleph. Like, are they getting desperate? Because usually that's the kind of thing that's reserved for like the upper echelon of streamers. My view count has not been like going particularly good lately. I feel like my views have been kind of in the. I mean, not to say that I'm not grateful, obviously, for the folks here, but, you know, my views are not as good as they were, like, a few years ago. And that's fine. Part of that's on me, because I've been playing, a wide variety of games. It's hard to settle and, like, you know, get like, for people to have a beat on what to expect from your stream if you're bouncing around as much as I do. But it's, you know, it's just what I'm doing. But anyway, it's not like my views are popping off, so I don't think it's me doing well. I think it's them just getting desperate. I don't know. But for whatever reason, they're making it rain all these like great opportunities. So it's like, I won't deny there are games of theirs that I am interested in. I really couldn't care less about like Rainbow. I mean, it's not that I don't care about Rainbow Six Siege, but I don't have any business streaming it. It's like, it's a game that I think is good, but not a game I would ever want to stream. But I don't know, like there's a bunch of their stuff that I'm just kind of so on. And of course, a lot has been said understandably about Ubisoft's awful business practices, the shit that they've done with like treating their employees poorly and like not holding people accountable when they fucking assault their employees. We're talking like sexual assault, psychological abuse, real awful shit. So like there have been periods of time where Ubisoft is just like the fucking bottom of the barrel as far as awful game publishers. They've at least it's been quiet relating to like news stories about Ubisoft lately, and generally no news is good news. But you know, it's hard to shake when you have this like exceptionally negative perception of a company that's done some awful shit. Same thing with Blizzard, Activision. Same thing with fucking EA. I mean, God, there was a period of time where EA was like also the bottom of the barrel. And I hate to say it, but Bethesda also, I mean, it maybe not quite as bad as some of these others, but you will find no problems finding somebody with something negative to say about Bethesda nowadays. Just do some Skyrim Sundays. There you go, Meerkat. There you go, bud. There you go. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Thanks for hanging out with us, friends. Is anybody streaming this game right now, other than me? If there were others, I would raid into them, but there are not. There was at least one other person streaming this game earlier. I was just kind of looked on a whim. Yeah, there's nobody doing their thing. There's a couple raids targets we could pop into, though. Who is live right now? We raided Amy just the other day, so we won't raid her. Raided 420 plays it not too long ago. Darren's live doing some Deadlock. Chachi's doing some Star Citizen. That's one of their main things. Miss Galini's doing Path of Exile. She's always nice. We haven't raided her in a while. Rish is live. She's doing Majora's Mask Randomizer, something that I do have a decent bit of experience with. I haven't raided Kulutus in a while. He's doing some plate up speed runs. We haven't raided him in a while. Let's raid Kulutus. He's a nice guy. EA is still kind of shit. It's weird because I haven't heard much about EA lately. I mean, I don't deny that they're probably not great, but I can't think of anything lately that is not good about them. That's the thing, because I always think of Blizzard as being like perhaps the most offensive version of like a game developer or publisher being extra shit. I mean, again, I say that. I will acknowledge, like, I'm curious about the Diablo 2 DLC that adds the new class. Like, of course, it's one of my favorite games ever. But I've done good. I haven't bought any of their shit. I haven't streamed any of their things. I've held my own for, gosh, I guess years now. I think it's been like, it was pre-pandemic. I think that was the last time I streamed like something Blizzard. It's been a minute, but yeah, I'll admit I'm kind of curious about some things, but we'll see. We'll see if I end up cracking and groveling back to their games. But there's plenty of other things to play in the meantime, so I'm in no rush. Anyway, yes, we're gonna raid Kulutus. Here is my socials page. It has all of my links as always. I know I post at the end of every stream, so most of you probably heard it and seen the spiel and read the stuff before. But if there's anybody lurking in right now, there's a link that has all of my other links. So we're talking social media links, so things like Instagram and Blue Sky and Twitter and my OnlyFans page where I show whole. I'm mostly kidding. Mostly. Showing whole, that's reserved for the tier 4 subscribers on Twitch. Special tier 4 subscriber perk. Also, I should mention I'm live on a lot of platforms right now. I'm live on TikTok. I'm live on YouTube. I'm live on Facebook, but I'm mostly live on Twitch. Twitch is the main one. I got the hoodie and everything. I'm just mirroring the same content to all the places simultaneously. So you're getting the same content regardless, but I do recommend following on Twitch if you haven't already, because that's the source of where it all starts, and it's where most of our chatters and viewers are. So you get it straight from the fire hose, as they say. I was like, what do they say? Like the mouth over the fire hose, as far as like getting overloaded on someone's content. So yeah, if you want it straight from the source, that's where I recommend following. We also have the channel point redemption functions that we have, and all kinds of goofy nonsense and hijinks. So I'm biased, but I think Twitch is the best place to watch my stream. Also, we have the Discord server. We do giveaways every so often. We probably won't do giveaways this Friday, but we'll plan on doing some next Friday. How's that sound? So I usually do giveaways on Fridays. Probably none this Friday, but yeah, probably next Friday. We'll have a couple of keys for that Starship Troopers game I played last week, Ultimate Bug. We'll have at least one key for Fallen Tier, The Ascension, and a few keys for Absalom. So we'll have a couple of giveaways to dispense to viewers, which is exciting. Also, it's the best way to keep up with myself and others inside the community outside of our usual streams. And of course, I post my schedule there every week. Also, I should also mention for the giveaways, if you join the Discord server and sign up for the optional channel role called Giveaway Notifications, you'll never miss another giveaway opportunity, because I make sure to tag that channel role whenever we open a new giveaway option, a new giveaway raffle, basically. So that is a nice option if you want to never miss another giveaway. It couldn't be easier. So easy a caveman can do it. Anyway, thanks for hanging out with us, friends. I'm going to raid into our friend Kulatus. He is a fellow Dare Drop extraordinaire. He's also a speedrunner. He does a lot of plate up speedruns. If you've ever played the game plate up, you know that it gets pretty wonky and pretty goofy. He's a plate up speedrunner. He's a variety man sometimes. He plays a decent bit of stuff, but this is, I would say, his main thing. But he's very good. And despite being a speedrunner, he's also very interactive with his audience, which is not easy to do. Even just commentating some regular games can be tricky for my brain. How he speedruns and commentates and like keeps up with chat, that's something else entirely. So anyway, you all have a great night. Thank you again to Shake the Box and Merlin the Game Wizard and C Dudson. Thank you for those raids and for the hangs, homies. Thank you to Argyle for that resub. Everyone have a great night. I will see you around, and I should be back tomorrow. If that ends up changing, by the way, if I end up having to reschedule the stream tomorrow, I'll make sure to post in the schedule channel in the Discord to let folks know. But we should be good for tomorrow, barring any surprises. Should be all set. Everyone have a great night. Bye-bye.